right here. Easy, 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 easy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, hey, hey. How many police chases do you think you've been in?
30, I think.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted. Hello, folks. I'm Tommy G. I'm here with the most wanted drivers in New York.
Hey, I'm Street Bud. Swim team, you already know what's going on. I love NYPD. Swim team, the dream team.
So buckle up, folks. This is going to be a wild ride. One day in the safety of my home in Milwaukee, I started to get bombarded by DMs imploring me to explore these two drivers named Squeeze Benz and Where's 981. When I looked at their pages, their driving shocked me. I would describe their videos as daring, dangerous, and reckless. I'm fascinated by the human desire to push limits and go against the grain. I'm fascinated by the daredevils and outlaws of the world. Young men in particular love to do this in a variety of ways. Evel Knievel shot himself out of a cannon, Philip Petit tightrope walked across the Twin Towers, Alex Honnold climbed up cliffs without a rope, and fighter Darren Till cut weight until he went blind. The question that comes to mind when you look at this behavior is what compels someone to push themselves to such lengths and risk injury or death. In today's video, we investigate this daredevil behavior in the form of reckless drivers who are causing outrage and fascination across New York.
Police tried to pull over a car on West 38th Street and 7th Avenue. The driver sped off, slamming into cars, driving on the sidewalk, and even hitting a dining shed.
But there's a twist in the story, because these guys don't just risk their own necks in the stunts, they also risk the lives of innocent pedestrians and the law enforcement that chases them. These guys regularly go on police chases and evade police helicopters. Today, we interview them face to face and talk morality, ethics, danger, and their motivation for their behavior. Let's dive in and go boots on the ground. This documentary is purely for educational purposes. We want to stress that the behavior depicted in this video is dangerous, illegal, and should never be imitated. And remember, it only takes one bad crash to ruin your life or someone else's. Please drive responsibly. Thank you.
Two with the F87. Table for two, my carbone in my section.
We wanted to know how everyday people felt about this kind of driving. We had some extra time to kill at the New York airport, so I went around showing people videos of Squeeze Benz and Where's 981 driving. Here's what they had to say about it. What do you think of that?
It's just dangerous. I think if the police go after them, it's a bit dangerous. Was everyone else at risk?
He's probably going 120, 130 right now. See how there's some close calls?
I feel like he thinks he's in a video game. That stuff pisses me off. So I got kids that are on those roads too. When that guy hits one of my kids, he'll say, I don't know what happened.
I could tell this guy a million times, hey, you're gonna kill somebody on the road. He's gonna do it anyways. What do you think about that?
It makes me mad. I get it. All kids, they're bred to do that, right? But it's irresponsible.
If I told you that this guy's gotten away from not only multiple police, but also helicopters. What's your reaction on that?
I believe it. I just feel like it's really selfish. I feel like he should get his license taken away for some period of time and probably have to go through safe driving classes, maybe talk to people who are victims of people that drive like him.
I think it should be commensurate with like attempted manslaughter or something like, I mean, that's in effect, you're putting people at risk intentionally when you go a certain speed over the speed limit.
If you were his mother or father, what would you tell him?
That he's a selfish idiot. One of these days, somebody is gonna get in his way and that person's gonna end up dead, or many people are gonna end up dead. And if he ends up dead, that's his consequence for what he does, but nobody else deserves to have that kind of risk. It's no different than someone who's really drunk getting behind the wheel of a car and driving when they have no control. I mean, your car is actually like a weapon of mass destruction. It has to be handled with care.
Worse than being drunk and getting behind the wheel, because you're actively making the choice to put other people's lives at risk.
The steepest price that gets paid is not the person driving the car. I mean, someone's going to end up dying, and that'll be that.
That can ruin hundreds of people's lives. Like if a kid in a school were to die, everybody in the school would be mourning for that one person.
Oh yeah, he's tripping. Not safe at all.
If he hits somebody, do you think it should be manslaughter or the first degree?
I say manslaughter because you know what you're doing. Like you're just driving crazy. Like,
what would you tell him if you could say something to him?
I'd be like, slow down.
What do you think about driving like this?
Oh, it's terrible. I don't like it.
Like, you better stay away from him.
Yeah.
What should be the penalty if he's caught? Manslaughter or first degree? That's another debate.
If he hits somebody, you mean if he kills somebody? It's vehicular manslaughter.
This guy has an ability to get away from multiple police vehicles and including helicopters.
Right.
So he hasn't been caught. Yesterday, he got away from a helicopter.
Where, in New York or California?
New York.
Wow. What kind of car is he renting?
Lamborghini.
I could see I was out running the cops. I guess we could hope for him hitting a telephone pole. Turn yourself in, brother. You're a reckless driver and you're gonna hurt innocent people.
I got folks taking pics, something like paparazzi. I'ma go and get the test, I don't really like the miles. Really getting to the check, but I ain't rocking no horizon.
We're on our way to meet Squeeze Benz. Recently, he's been making the news for his high-speed stunts. While some people see his driving as exhilarating or exciting, there's a rising sentiment that this sort of behavior unnecessarily endangers innocent drivers and pedestrians. He sent us the address of a random parking garage and told us to pull up. This is what we encountered. Folks, we're on the way to talk to one of the most wanted drivers in New York, Squeeze Benz. This kid does stuff that makes my butthole pucker up. Pause. This guy is reckless. This guy is extreme. This guy drives at a very high speed. I do not drive like this. You shouldn't drive like this. And there's a reason why I'm not getting into their cars while they're driving this fast. It's dangerous. It's reckless. It's scary. Disclaimer, don't do this at home. He's kind of like a high-speed fugitive. I'm always interested in the outlaws of the world. People that live on the edge. Humans, especially men, are always pushing the limits of danger. But one distinction I want to make is Evel Knievel only harms himself if he fails. The UFC fighters are both signing up. They're in mutual combat. But these guys, if something goes wrong, they harm innocent civilians. So I want to ask him about that, but then ask him about the outlaw, the testing danger piece that lives strongly within them, because I think that's interesting. This is not a product placement. I do not want a partnership with Celsius. I do not drink your drinks every single trip multiple times a day. I don't absolutely love your drink. Guys, if you want to hit me up, please do. I would love to talk to you. Otherwise, I'll probably hit up Prime, and you know how that goes. So we're pulling up to meet Squeeze Benz. I'm excited. I hope you are too. You know, high speed must be an issue around here if they have a Mustang NYPD car that's got some zip to it. RIP Mainstream Media. It's been a great run. Kudos to you for lasting as long as you have. But that's it. I mean, you're finished. Sorry. In honor of that, RIP Mainstream Media. Sweatshirts available. TommyGMcGee.com. Oh my god, dude. What the f is this, Batman, dude? On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
It started like about a year ago. I got my first Benz, and I always did like little driving videos, and I never really took it to nothing. And then my boy started saying like, you know, mad people are blowing up off this, and I was just like, you know, that's just how it started. I'm curious, like you have a Lamborghini, at one point a Mercedes-Benz. I'm sure you go through a lot of different cars. Are you going on tour and just driving people's cars all crazy? You guys getting your own cars? Like, tell me about that. I had my own car for a bit, but then I changed it up because I did get chased a lot. So I just realized, like, you know, doing long-term rentals is just a way better route. And then obviously I don't tell these guys I'm Squeeze Benz. Did you ever get blown up by the tour people asking what the hell happened? They do ask, and then like I kind of just like, you know, just driving the car, you know what I mean? You mix danger, but there's also other people at risk when you do that. Innocent civilians. So what do you think about the element of danger for that? I've been doing this since like real shit since I was 9. I used to take my dad's car out and I used to just plug out. I've been doing this for so long now that I feel like I did have some professional at it. Like, you know, niggas know like that's how I drive. There's been incidents where I've gone out with people and they try keeping up with me and they've crashed. How fast do you go? I mean, there's been a video on live where I've gone one-handed 210 miles an hour. Filming with one hand and driving with the other 210 miles an hour. Yeah. That's insane. Did that scare you? Not really, just to build up a tolerance of just speed. Do you feel like the police watch your Instagram? 100%, they do. Let's pop in the car and keep the conversation going. Okay. How many people normally out compared to like, am I in the high end of it? That's okay. Does your mom worry about you? Of course. I call her, she don't even want to hear the things that I'm doing. She be getting scared because she know I be doing shit, like, you know what I mean? Do you know any friends that have gotten really hurt or died doing this? My boy, he was racing and he macked up and he hit his head and his head like split open a little bit. He needed stitches, but like other than that, nothing's ever happened. Tell me about the camera system in New York. How hard is it to evade capture or awareness of the police? Super easy. A lot of people, like they be doing crimes with their plates on. Like, I mean, if I go and run from a cops, I'm gonna make sure I either have altered plates or no plates at all. New York City is home to one of the most advanced camera surveillance networks on the planet. An Amnesty International project identified that there are more than 25,000 public and private cameras at traffic intersections across the city. This camera technology can capture faces and other details from up to 400 feet away. This infrastructure is
isn't cheap either. This camera technology, combined with cell phone tracking tools, spyware, and facial recognition, racked up nearly $3 billion in expenditures from the NYPD from 2007 to 2019. When street racers run rampant in the city, it's easy for governments to make the argument to increase the surveillance in order to shut down this reckless and deadly behavior. However, this same technology can also be used to capture the profiles of millions of civilians on a daily basis, something that is currently happening in China and that many Americans are afraid of. As technology such as AI facial recognition and high-def cameras increase in quality, this is a challenge we are going to have to wrestle with to ensure the very tech that can help keep us safe also doesn't grow too powerful to infringe upon our freedoms. What are the different penalties for if you got caught doing what we were doing?
Jail time. I'm running red lights. I'm doing more than triple the speed limit, double the speed limit. This is a lot of tickets to it.
You did a video in Times Square recently, right?
Yeah.
I gotta send it back for all my insecurities. Maybe like some work will probably clean it back. Maybe Mickey Thompson's line locked when he's locked.
It only takes one mistake to permanently change or destroy somebody's life.
I do understand that. It's just like, we were also like, it was a lot of people. 12 o'clock in the morning, you seen in the video, like I stopped, looked around, made sure there was nobody, and started doing donuts. And then when I was running the red lights, I'm not gonna lie, I was low-key bugging. I low-key know how to run red lights. I've been chased by Mac cops to the point where I could blow the red lights doing 60, 70. No, I'm not gonna
60, 70, dude. What is your strategy in getting away from police?
Hopping on the highway. These cops, like, they're not really built for that. It's a lot of real rookie cops now. It's a bunch of rookie cops, and these guys do not know how to drive on the highway.
Let's talk about how drivers like Benz can evade detection for so long. They do so by altering or covering up their license plate so the car cannot be tracked by police or the traffic cameras. Cars with this modification have been nicknamed ghost cars. Last month, a joint task force was launched between New York Governors Kathy Hochul, New York Mayor Eric Adams, the NYPD, and the MTA to crack down on the issue of ghost cars. In their first day alone, they impounded 73 cars, issued 282 court summons, and made 8 arrests. And I noticed the same thing back home in Milwaukee. The guys running through the red lights, driving the stolen cars, and driving aggressively, most of them do not have license plates. What's the longest police chase you've been in?
30 minutes, 20 minutes.
That's a pretty long chase. How many guys do you think were chasing you at once?
I had to do like 3, 4, but the main thing was the helicopter. That was really hard to get away from. Luckily it was late night. I was in the Porsche, and that shit does 210 miles an hour. So I just hopped on the highway, you know what I mean? The helicopter can only go so fast.
You go faster than the helicopter?
Yeah, they only like top out like 150, 140.
You crash into somebody, they get paralyzed, they die. Do you think you deserve to go to prison?
Yes. Obviously I wouldn't want to be put into prison for life. If I kill somebody, that's somebody's life. Like, that's somebody's mother, brother, cousin, whatever the case is. If somebody crashed into my mom in her car and they killed her, I'd want them to go to jail. You know what I mean? Maybe not for life, but just enough to get it in their head, like, you know?
What makes taking these risks worth it for you?
They're not really risks to me, that's the thing. I don't really see them as risks. I see them as, like, you know, me just everyday driving.
You say you've been driving since you were 9 years old?
My dad used to give me his car. You know, I used to sit on his lap when I was like 7. He used to give me the steering wheel, that, and then, you know, I hit 9. He used to send me, yo, go to AutoZone real quick. I used to go to AutoZone, Home Depot, whatever the cases. With 13, I used to start picking up my boys, and that's when I started really, like, you know, cutting up.
Oh my motherfucker. Okay, easy, Tiger. Easy. Come on. Hey. No more. Ooh, that motherfucking made me...
Imagine me doing that.
At 100?
Yeah, that's really nothing.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
More than my hand. There's been so many times where, like, the boys just get behind us and they start chasing. Well, like, it's not really chases to us. You know, they back off.
Do you think you're the most wanted driver in New York?
Between me and Where's 981, like, Where's 981 low-key died down, I feel like I've taken over that spot, so yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of young men that watch your content. What do you think about kids that want to go try and replicate this, copy this?
From Squeeze Benz himself, do not come try this.
This is something that you can get paralyzed, you could die. I don't drive like this, you shouldn't. Some people in this game take lots of risks, and Squeeze is one of those guys, but highly advise never to do this. How sophisticated is the camera system in New York?
It's getting more sophisticated now to where, like, you know, it take them probably 2-3 days to really find where you was at, you know what I mean?
How do you stash your vehicle so that the police don't trace you to your house?
I pay for a garage, I have other parking garages where I park my car.
So just like a drug dealer has trap houses, you have different...
I have trap houses, yeah.
Here we go, are you nervous at all?
I'm nervous.
The boys are right here. But how do you know he was about to get out of his vehicle and you were just about to smash him as he opened up his door?
I would have thought, nah, chill.
Why do you think this is something that young men gravitate towards?
adrenaline.
Let's talk about brain development in young men. The male brain does not fully mature until about 25, so their prefrontal cortex that assesses risk is not fully developed yet, which helps to explain the risky behavior we see in this segment of the population. There's a name for this: young male syndrome. This sometimes short-sighted behavior is hypothesized to have provided an evolutionary advantage. A 2001 University of Liverpool study found that females prefer ones that do not. And if we go back thousands of years to being hunter-gatherers on the savannah, this preference makes sense, as a female would want the male that fends off the lion or stands to fight when another rival tribe approaches. Biologically, not much has changed in our brains then, but our technology has progressed much further, and it helps to explain why you see young men doing high-speed chases and drifting through Times Square.
What's the craziest getaway story you have?
That'll be the one with the helicopter. I pulled up on the highway showing the charge. He was about to pull someone over, so I got behind him. I started playing with him, and I was recording. I got away, obviously. A week later, I started getting chased by 2-3 black Chargers. I'm looking up, and I see the helicopter above me, and I'm like, oh nah. It was only like my second ever helicopter chase, so my heart was bumping. I'm not knowing how hard these guys are gonna go for me right now. They're gonna set a roadblock up, something, you know what I mean? But thank God that wasn't the case.
Like a spike strip.
That's never happened to me. I don't need to give these niggas advice, but like, I don't know why don't use spike strips.
Is it hard for you not to be going fast right now?
Honestly, yeah. If New York really wanted to step their game up, they should put a place where people can do this and have fun in a safe environment. If you give us a spot, we're gonna use it.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
This is not gonna be a forever thing. Eventually it's gonna turn into a brand.
How often do you drive reckless?
It's every day, but to the limit.
Let's talk about reckless driving in the United States. In 2021, there were 6 million car crashes and 39,500 of them were fatal. A survey by the insurance company Nationwide found that 47% of Gen Z reported driving faster than the speed limit, and 34% of them reported video chatting while driving. Actions like this help contribute to car crashes being the leading cause of death for American teenagers. Another concerning fact is the amount of pedestrians killed by reckless driving. In 2022, there were 7,500 deaths in this manner. In New York, vehicular manslaughter is a felony that carries a steep sentence of up to 15 years. Available on Patreon only are the wild and extended cut versions of the interviews with Squeeze Benz, including one right after he got finished with a helicopter chase, extended cut interview with Swim Team, and more. This is some good shit. Patreon. We find ourselves in another parking garage meeting with New York driver Where's 981 and his crew, the Swim Team. Swimming refers to the driving technique where they cut up, weaving in and out of traffic to get where they want to go. They've gained a lot of notoriety online, and I wanted to talk to them to learn more about them.
The faster you go and the more dangerous you drive, the more views you get.
Alright guys, you're pulling up to meet the Swim Team. You're one of the groups of the drivers. Why do you guys call yourself Swim Team?
This is how it started. Like, they call me Float. It used to be called Float Apostle. So like, I guess it's like a teacher. I would teach you how to float. And then it just turned into like, you know, we started cutting up and stuff. It was almost like we were swimming through traffic. And they'll call me like Michael Phelps. So we're swimming.
How fast do you go sometimes?
I'm hitting 150 every day. It's easy to hit 150, bro. Like, it's triple digits no matter what. Your 50, 60 miles an hour is my 100.
Have you had any near misses?
Yeah, of course. People come to me like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? I'm not going to try and teach you how to do it because of the simple fact that someone can get hurt. Thank you that I have not hurt anybody. It's like shooting a gun in an open field. Like, anybody can get hit with a straight bullet.
If you hit somebody and they get really injured or die, what should be the punishment, you think?
I'm going to jail 1,000%.
Yeah, it's worth it. Why?
It's not worth it. That's the thing. I can't justify it, you know?
What's it like being in a high-speed chase?
Your first time, it feels crazy, bro. Like, you're like you're scared to go home some way, somehow. You make it home. You have a little bit of a tough night of sleep that first night, and then you make it to the second night, you make it to the next night, and they never come. After that, you get numb to it, you know? What
are the laws in New York for chasing people? Because I know in Milwaukee, oftentimes they don't chase you at a certain speed because they know it results in civilian deaths a lot of times when the chase happens.
It depends on the cop, honestly. I've seen cops where one of my boys, if he's going off-road in New York, and the cops following him off the road. It just takes that one, you know, that one cop that's just ready to be like, all right, I'm coming for you, and it's over.
What does your mom think about this?
I bring my mom to work, she's going 150. She didn't get scared. In her eyes, she knows I'm a good driver. Like, she got mother's prayers, of course. She's gonna always pray for me, make sure everything works out every single time, but she's not too stressed.
You created Swim, right?
I wouldn't say I created Swim, so it started off as a joke between me and Tom, right? Floating, swimming, and then we're like, why does that sound kind of nice?
So I'm here with?
We're Grandfathers, 350, where's 981, Float.
And I'm Tommy G, allegedly.
Who out of this group is the high-speed specialist?
This nigga right here is like nasty on the track. This nigga right here, he's just nasty on the motor. He can slide, drift, go fast.
What's the fastest you guys have ever gone in a car before?
170?
170?
Yeah, 183. 192.
It's life or death speed. What makes it worth it for you to put yourself in that position where you could go to the afterlife if you're not careful?
Rush, man. You're not rush. When I drive my car, bro, I just drive it to have fun, bro. If I die, I die. And I'm not living life like I want to die for me. I'm not trying to go outside and die, obviously. I never, like, hopped in a car and went that fast off rip. It's kind of like, you know, I got used to it, slowly, you know, building up, like, a tolerance to speed. If you're watching this and you're a driver, then you know what I mean when you feel the rear wheels through the seat of the car.
You're super in tune and in touch. It's almost like the car is an extension of your body.
You have senses from the seat, the steering wheel, the audio cues, how loud the engine is, if your tires are squealing. You have so many cues in it, and it's really up to you to take all that sensory input and be able to, like, drive properly. It's like, we're not trying to do this shit forever. Like, we genuinely want to hop on the track, just go crazy. It's just a track right now. It's expensive, and people are shutting the tracks down.
Do you guys know anyone that has crashed or died or gotten injured doing this?
Crashed for sure, but nobody that's really crashed. No one ever crashed today. If anybody were to seriously get hurt or crash or anything like that, I think it'll end it for everybody. I think we'd all stop.
There's a risk of hurting someone that's completely innocent. Someone could be on their way to work. Someone could be going to pick up their kid from soccer practice. Like, how does that factor in your driving and what you think about when you drive?
I don't have to force nothing. If I get left, I get stuck, man.
What does that mean when you get left?
If I'm following 91 or I'm following float and they think it's cut I can't take, I'm not taking it. When we swim for each other. We drive for each other. We don't drive for ourselves. I know exactly how each one of them drives and how I drive. So God forbid someone has to hard brake, the cars behind are already braking and looking for openings so we're not rear-ending each other.
Have you guys had any near misses?
Of course. But there's this one time where he took a cut. Right after he took the cut, it was either I fit the cut or I'm gone. It's funny saying this, but we're not criminals. We have real-life jobs. We have insurance on our cars. We pay for our cars. Like, people think, oh, it's daddy's money. Like, that should be pissing me off, bro, because I did work hard as for this shit, bro.
Do you guys' moms know about this?
She knows, and she tells me every day to stop. And I tell her, look, I'm trying. We have a brand swim team, right? We're not trying to cut a reckless 24/7, bro. Like, we got a 5M service coming up, a Subtle Corsa service coming up, and honestly, like, we see the community, we see the love you guys are giving us, and we're not gonna take this and just, you know, throw it all away. It's like one of those stories we're trying to create where the bad guy kinda wins.
What do you say to the people that are, like, super pissed when they see what you do? They're like, that's reckless, it's selfish, it's dangerous, people could die. What do you say to those type of folks?
Honestly, bro, you're great. I agree with them, bro. I don't even argue with them. I don't argue with them, bro. I don't argue with them either. When people look at accidents and they see, like, us cutting up and, like, racing through traffic, doing a whole bunch of dumb stuff, they see it as not precise. Like, they're thinking, like, we're just out there and we're trying to crash. We're not trying to crash. If anything, I would argue that when we're on the road, we're actually paying attention to the road more than anyone else on the road. Or another thing is drinking and driving. And like, we don't ever be under the influence ever behind the wheel. And I'm proud to say that.
Tell me what's going through your head in the police chase. How do you get away? What are you thinking about? Are you trying to go a few streets and take an exit? Do you got a hideout? Like, how do you evade police in this type of situation?
Hold on, don't give out too much sauce.
There's people that might watch what you do and wonder how the police have not caught you yet. What is your answer?
I mean, truly the way that we don't get caught is to stop being dickheads. New York has a no chase policy. I can say this because I've been in at least in swim at least. I got into the most couch chases, right? And I'm not saying it because I like that. I got the worst luck, bro. Honestly, got the worst luck of it.
I wanted to know what the legal perspective was on what swim team, Squeeze Benz, and all these other New York drivers were doing. What were the legal ramifications? How much jail time could they face? And why is it that they were so brazen about continually doing this? I talked to my guy Nate the lawyer to figure out more about this. He's a lawyer that runs a YouTube channel and breaks things down regularly. This is what he had to say.
My name is Nate the Lawyer. I'm a former prosecutor and a former law school professor. And what you've just seen on screen is known as reckless driving. In the state of New York, you could serve up to a year in prison if you recklessly drive. Reckless driving in New York is simple. It's if you drive in a manner that, quote, unreasonably interferes with the free and proper use of the public highways or unreasonably endangers users of the public highway. Reckless driving is prohibited. Every person violating this provision shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, meaning you can serve up to a year in jail. If someone is injured or killed during the act of reckless driving, you could find yourself facing some serious charges.
Dangerous and disturbing exclusive video of young people driving their cars recklessly just before one of the cars crashed and killed 2 people.
Now, this driver was charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. He's facing up to 10 years in prison. If you are doing something that you know is inherently dangerous and could get someone killed or hurt, and then you do it anyway, that the law finds to be reckless and criminal in some cases. Driving a car 90 miles an hour in a 50 mile an hour zone is reckless. Someone could get hurt, someone could get killed, and if someone does, then you are on the hook for that homicide. There may be no fear of repercussions because of New York's bail reform laws. The misdemeanor of reckless driving, as you see on the screen, isn't eligible for bail. If someone commits this crime 10 times in the same day, they'll get bail every time because of New York's bail reform laws. Now, some of you may not believe how insane New York's bail reform laws are, but they are insane. Like this guy who was arrested 101 times for shoplifting and let go every time because of New York's bail reform laws. Or this guy who was arrested for 3 assaults in one day, even threw a brick through a store window. He was released every single time on bail reform. Or the story of these 4 people who chopped up 2 bodies, left body parts all around the state of New York, and then when the cops went to their home, they found blood, body parts, guts, everything in their home. Guess what the judge did? He released them without bail. When you put everything together, I think these guys are doing it because they don't really have any fear that they're going to kill anybody. And if they get caught reckless driving, they'll get arrested and charged, but they'll probably be let out the same day on bail reform. Then we can go out and do it again. If you need legal advice, if you're looking to this YouTube video to help you in your case, you're looking at the wrong place. With that being said, I'm Nate the Lawyer and I'm out. Peace.
After hearing what Nate the Lawyer said, hearing that there's no consequences really for what these guys are doing, it makes sense why they're doing it. Back to the swim team.
How often do you guys get nervous doing this?
So when I started, I used to get super nervous, especially when I used to run. And the reason I started running is not because I don't like cops. It's simply because it got to a point where I couldn't afford the tickets anymore. Because I was getting singled out for no reason. The speed limit is 50, right? So I would be on the Bell Parkway and I'm going 70, 75. I'm doing the same speed everyone else is doing. However, when the state trooper sees everyone else and me, they single me out because I'm in a white Porsche. So then they think I can afford the ticket, but in the beginning I could, but then that shit started stacking up. And if you're gonna say, oh, then just don't speed, I wasn't speeding. I was just keeping up with the flow of traffic, right? And then I just started running one day because I just couldn't afford the tickets anymore. And then it just started from there. I was super nervous at first. You gotta tell lawyer fees too. After the first time, I only got nervous one more time after that. And that was only because I got kicked out of the hotel.
How many people were after you? 15 cars? Do you guys had to get away from helicopters before?
I never had to. Thanks God. Honestly, but I feel like I don't have to do in that situation. Oh yeah, I know what to do.
Has the news reached out to any of you guys?
Oh yeah, of course. Bro, I ain't going front. This is crazy. I'm like AB7. I'm like AB7 News at all. Because they reached out to me about my content and they still posted after I said no. And I don't like that. But yeah, this man was article about us already.
So news reporters have reached out to you guys. They DM you, they text you, they email you. Okay, so Allie Bauman from CBS New York.
Yeah, she did me twice. I was like, I just never responded.
What made you say no to her and yes to me?
Honestly, bro, you're not a cop. Yeah, you're not a cop. You're not associated with the law. You don't have an ulterior motive. I genuinely feel like you're not going to try to paint a bad picture with it. And we've seen your videos, we've seen the work you do, and the type of, honestly, you've interviewed people that do worse stuff than us. Yeah, so it's like, come on now, if you were keeping them safe, there's no reason why you wouldn't keep us safe, bro.
To me, it feels really fun to have no journalistic background, to be beating them at their own game.
Yeah, definitely. Bro. Honestly, bro, when you're an authentic person, you go far in life.
I feel like people in our generation just don't trust the news. They've lied so many times that their credit's gone with us.
No, yeah, definitely. Honestly, bro, I've been getting more accurate shit from TikTok.
Pull over, take the tracker out the whip. Range Rover Sport, I'm on the Jackie doing tricks. Keep swimming, got the paddles in the ship.
Let's meet the swim team and let's hear their specialties.
Float, swim team, you already know.
And what's your specialty?
My specialty is floating. All I do is float. That's my name, that's what I do. It's everything.
Do you feel like you have to look over your shoulder doing this kind of stuff?
Always look over my shoulder. I'm always 911. I would say I'm kind of camera shy, but like my specialty is like I do a little bit of everything. But when it comes to like the the corporate side of things, the brand and stuff, like I'm basically like the brains behind that whole.
Wait, so you're trying to turn this into a video game?
I mean, we already kind of did. It's a game, so it's called Assetto Corsa. So basically, we host servers, and you just gotta take the link, hop on the server, and if any one of us happens to play on the server, you get to drive with Swim risk-free.
Whereas 981 and his team are well aware that a lot of his fans are young males that might try and replicate what they do, and knowing that that is incredibly dangerous, his team has done something so you can join them in the safety of your home. They built this online Assetto Corsa server so you can drive, swerve, drift, whatever you want. All you need is a computer, internet connection, and it's recommended you have a steering wheel. Details to join the server are in my description. Do you think you're wanted by law enforcement?
They definitely know about us. I mean, me specifically, I have no clue. If I am wanted, I'm sorry. I don't hate NYPD, I just don't want the ticket.
What do you go by?
Brick 250 or Brick 50, either one is fine.
And what's your specialty?
Well, right now, I think the fans would probably say my specialty is probably police chases, cop chases, and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I think drifting though.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
Honestly, bro, I lost count probably, because I posted at least 30, I think. So I think I have.
You have at least 30 police chases on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Why is this worth potentially going to prison?
No matter how you look at it, it's not worth it at all. Me being how I am as a person, bro, it's fun, bro.
Who are you?
I'm Reaper.
What's your specialty?
I'm more of a low-key swimmer. I'm not really making videos and stuff, but if you know, you know.
Do you have any little brothers?
Oh yeah.
If they wanted to get into this, what would you tell them?
I'm a hypocrite, but I wouldn't recommend it. But
you don't recommend it?
No.
This is a question for the whole group. How often do you guys have to change vehicles?
I say if you do it right, you could probably go a year to 2 years where you have to swap the car if you're smart, but you could do some dumb shit in one night that makes you have to swap.
What do you go by?
My name's Billy.
And what's your specialty?
Honestly, the fans kind of know me as Lester, I guess I would say. That's if you get in trouble, you can call me. I'll help you with your situation.
So what makes this worth doing?
It's not worth doing. I wouldn't recommend doing it if I were you, but I can't make your decision for you. So if you are going to do this against our best wishes, I guess, just think about other people on the road and do whatever you can to bring it home without hurting yourself, hurting anybody else, or damaging any property.
Tell me how you think about taking on risks and danger.
I think if you're ever going to take on any risks or any danger, whether it's physical risks or financial risks, I think you should write down every single one of the variables that could be a factor in the risk that you're taking, and you should figure out what's the worst case scenario that could go wrong, any other kind of scenarios that could go wrong, and you want to figure out what the best case scenario is, and if that's worth the gamble for you, for the risks that are laid out on the table. But if those risks are worth the reward that you're going for, I think you should go for it. And if at any time you get too scared, the risks are too much for the reward, you don't want to risk it for the biscuit, then stop, because you're not built for it.
If you want an extraordinary life, you have to take extraordinary measures and risks in action, but know your lane and know when to sit out. And this is something I'm sitting out for.
Also, the story of Icarus, when you have black wings and you fly too close to the sun, never feel like you got it on lock 24/7.
The story of Icarus comes from Greek mythology, and it recounts the tale of Daedalus and his son Icarus, who were imprisoned on the island of Crete by King Minos. To escape, Daedalus fashioned wings made of feathers and wax for him and Icarus. Warned by his father not to fly too close to the sun, Icarus disregarded this advice. As he soared higher and higher, the wax melted, causing his wings to fail, and he plummeted into the sea and drowned. This story serves as a cautionary tale warning against the dangers of overconfidence and recklessness. And this story, I think, is very relevant to Mr. Squeeze Benz.
My son Stolen couldn't make it, but he wanted to say what's up to y'all, feel me? What's going on, y'all?
Anything you gotta say for the camera, brother?
Swim team better than all of them. Shout out my son Jolly too, he couldn't make it. Yeah, so you asked us these questions. What do you think of swimming?
So here's the thing, I think danger is good in somebody's life, but when you endanger someone else while you're having your own fun, that's where I'm iffy about it. Yeah. I admire the courage, I admire the bravery, but when other people's lives are at risk, to me it's like it's a hard battle, you know what I mean? Like, if I lost a friend because someone was just having fun on the road, I'd want to kill that guy. I also, as a young man who does dangerous things too, get it. But I highly advise you, don't try it out. We met these guys here to do B-roll of their cool cars. But while waiting their turn, a couple of them decided to do donuts in a parking lot where there were many families. Because of this, the police were called, and in a few minutes, an NYPD helicopter arrived on the scene. This is what happened next.
Well, we got to dip in a second. You seen that, right? Yeah.
Hello folks, I'm Tommy G, here with the most wanted drivers in New York. Look, they're peeling out. Folks, I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted. Well folks, I think it's time we get out of here. Stay safe. Realize that the choices you make can impact other people. There's dangerous things you can do that just impact yourself. When it impacts scared civilians, we should probably get out of here. Let's go. I'm conflicted with this video, folks, because a lot of young people are gonna think this is cool, and their brain is not developed enough to realize the risk to other people. And I feel like you gotta pick and choose your battles. And like, while it is exciting, statistically, eventually, someone is gonna crash, someone's gonna die, someone's gonna get paralyzed, and the game that sounded so fun is not so fun anymore.
I'll look out for 1 minute only and see if you can survive that 1 minute.
Let's do 1 minute. Oh my God. Hey, lordy. Easy, Tiger, not too fast, not too fast. Okay, holy shit, are you serious?
You know, Tommy, this is what we do every day.
It's a dangerous trend known as throughway swimming. It's when cars drive recklessly on highways, causing near misses or weaving through lanes.
Do you feel like you're a danger to society?
No.
How worried are you about being caught by the police?
Not worried at all. My name is AJ and I strike cars for this. We basically just got chased by undercovers right now.
Just now?
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago. I'm a crazy driver and do not try to replicate what I do. It's dangerous, it could cause injury or death. Follow the street laws.
Last year we dropped an explosive documentary with Squeeze Benz and the swim team, and this video peeked behind the curtain on New York's underground car culture. But as I've learned more, I can say that we have barely scratched the surface. So today, we bring you back into the world of New York's most wanted, and what you are about to see is fueled by speed, theft, and daredevil behavior. We meet drivers like License, who weaves through city traffic at triple-digit speeds. We meet car thieves who minutes before evaded police, and they show up to their interview with us in a freshly stolen Hellcat. And from the chop shops to the shady exotic car rental dealers, we meet the players who are connected in this high-stakes underground scene. At great danger, we buckled up and brought you inside this world. But warning, this documentary is for educational purposes only. What you're about to see is dangerous, illegal, and at times life-threatening. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright guys, just got to LaGuardia, New York. We're diving back into the world of most wanted drivers. And you might be asking, why are you doing this video again? Guys, I learned that we just hit the tip of the iceberg last time, but there's way more to dive into. Not only have new characters emerged that are just as legendary, reckless, and dangerous. Oh my God. But there's also this structure that we never got to see in the first episode that I really want to dive into. How are these guys getting access to Lamborghinis and BMWs and high-level foreign cars? These guys are living outlaws, going on police chases on sometimes a daily basis and getting away. How? So we're gonna get into that and much, much more. Folks, this is the return of New York's most wanted drivers. Let's get into it. MBox, a New York man and rapper, said to sit tight that he was gonna pull up with a posse and pick us up from the airport. Here's what happened next. Never been picked up at the airport like this before, not sure exactly what to expect, but they said they got something really special for us. So it feels like some Batman shit. This just feels like a place where anything can go down.
Prada did it.
Holy shit. BMW, Porsche, Lamborghini. We got BMW here. We got another BMW here. And a BMW there. These boys came ready to rumble.
Pull over, take the tracker out the whip. Range Rover Sport, I'm on the Jackie doing tricks.
What's the next bar? I can't even remember it. Keep swimming, got the paddles in the ship. I'ma keep rapping, but I dabble with the skits.
MBox is kind of the face of the striker music, the striker culture. If you don't know what a striker is, what can you tell them, MBox?
Well, a striker's a stolen car, a hottie, whatever you want to call it. Remember, Tommy is a white man.
Okay.
Tommy's white, don't forget.
You should know that your music is made at a lot of places, but my friend Felix, who's currently probably in the West Coast stealing cars, is listening to your music a lot.
That's great to hear.
A man from Queens is accused of committing several traffic violations in Newark. It happened along Market and Broad Streets back on April 11th.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we address what's going on with Squeeze Benz right now?
We were going crazy. Everything was going swell. Had a lot of crazy collabs. Obviously, we did the video with Tommy, and that blew the up. That drew a lot of unwanted attention on us. We basically had to kind of shut the operation down for a few months. He's laying low right now, not really kind of taking a step back from everything, and he's not really going to be involved in cutting up or driving anymore, just because we can't really let anything happen. We got to be safe.
It seemed no one could give us a straight answer about Squeeze Benz. Many on the internet claim he's locked up somewhere on the East Coast. Others, including his team, say he's just laying low, waiting for the heat around him to die down. But either way, there has been no sign of him in months, which only fuels further speculation. We're pulling up to a little rental spot that people go to, and we're gonna meet some of the drivers in this game. Tell people who you are and what you do.
I'm licensed. I love to drive.
What would you say your specialty is? Like, is it fast? Is it cutting up? Like, how do you?
Heavy traffic.
How risky would you say that is?
Not as risky as going high speeds.
Have you ever crashed before?
One time where my boy rear-ended me.
So, 2 drivers crashed.
Yeah, basically.
I've heard there's cover-ups going on. Some people don't want to show how dangerous this really is or how it can damage other people. Can you speak to that? Folks, I think it's really important to speak on the covering up of crashes that's rampant across this driver community, because some of the drivers in this space with the biggest followings are doing this, and it gives the false impression that this is a relatively risk-free activity rather than something that is an extreme danger to innocent people.
I mean, they cover up their crashes to maintain like a good image about themselves, you know, and it's bad. Like, you see me, I just post whatever, I don't care, you know, I post my underclass. They don't do that.
You are arguably the face of the drivers right now. I think there's not even a close second right now, would you say?
Correct.
How is that? Like, you feel like you're kind of the king of the space?
In some way, yeah.
What motivates you to do this?
Traffic.
You just hate traffic?
I hate traffic. You like traffic?
No, I don't. How worried are you about being caught by the police?
Not worried at all.
Do you think they have their eye on you?
I'm pretty sure they do, but, you know, whatever happens, happens. I don't think I'll ever get caught, and if I do, it is what it is.
Is there an amount of jail time that would scare you away from doing this?
Lifetime.
How are you getting access to all these kind of crazy cars?
Family, network, you know, friends.
So these are your cars?
Yes, sir. We have a GT3 RS, we have an M3 CS, I have an individual spec that I took like months to build, the Voodoo Blue M3, and then we have a Cohen, we have a Huracan, we have Trackhawks, we have the biggest fleet in New York, one of the biggest fleet in New York.
Let me ask the question I think is on everyone's mind.
Yes, sir.
What makes it worth it to rent to guys like License? Guys that are going to be driving crazy, guys that might do illegal criminal shit in the car?
Well, it's kind of networking, right? You have people like License that come through, people that we already know. We know that they're responsible if anything happens, they will pay up for it. They do market with our vehicles, we do get clientele from them, but we do vet out the clientele with a background check and whatnot.
So you don't care if someone takes a $450,000 car, drives it like crazy, drifts?
Of course I care. I mean, we keep it to a certain extent, right? Like if I'm getting alerts after alerts with trackers, we tell them, hey, like, calm down a little bit. They also respect us too, you know, it's a respect relationship.
Something just does not add up. I mean, how is a 19-year-old with no insurance getting access to exotic cars? And sometimes for free. License claims that the dealers are his friends and they simply like what he's doing. But let's be real, who's handing over cars like this just so their buddy can make social media videos? To me, there is more to the story that we are just not being told. We begin this next day by meeting License at a historical landmark for the New York drivers. Legend has it this is the spot Squeeze Benz and License grew up meeting at before they drove around like maniacs.
Woo! Hey!
What's up, brother? So you had us meet you at a Home Depot of all places.
This is where it all started, right here.
This is important to your journey.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Basically, the first that's what we ever did. The most popular one was Squeeze, and you know, the very beginning was, you know, in this Home Depot. We all met here, and then we hit the GCP, which is this highway right here.
You know Squeeze Benz?
That's my boy.
How long have you guys been hitting runs together?
Before all the YouTube stuff, before everything, we known each other for so long. I've known Squeeze before I've known MBox.
Does your mother know you do this stuff?
No.
She doesn't know at all? Your parents have no idea?
Nope.
What do they think you're doing all day?
Work.
They just think, when you talk to them at Thanksgiving, talk to them about work, what do you tell them?
I make money. You know, I'd rather not tell them because I don't want them to worry about me.
Is your dad in your life?
Yes.
What would he say if he knew you were doing this?
He would tell me to stop.
You got a fiance, right?
I'm engaged, yes.
And what does she think about this?
She doesn't know.
Do you feel like you're living a lie with your family not knowing this?
Not really. I'm not lying to them. I'm just not telling them.
This style of high-speed, reckless driving has been gaining popularity amongst New York's younger generations. I wanted to know from the people living here how they felt about it and how it impacted their life. So I sent my guy Keegan to the streets of New York to hear people's opinions.
I think that's not safe.
They gotta chill. Why are you risking people's lives?
I mean, if you're good, you're good. If you're not, you're not. Don't hit me if you're in front of me.
It's reckless, bro.
Kids this generation are easily influenced by the things around them, especially on the social media apps that we have.
What do you think drives like young men specifically to drive crazy like that? Low testosterone. Really, I just think it's an ego thing and wanted to be a little more manly. If you could speak directly to these guys, what would you say to them? Slow down.
It's not worth it, bro. You're gonna end up in jail. I'm dead ass.
What do you think the people of New York think about you?
Some hate me, some don't hate me. You know, it all just depends. Like, when I'm walking outside, I've never had a bad interaction. When people notice me and stuff, they take pictures, they tell me they like how I drive. But from the YouTube comments, a lot of people hate me, but I don't give a f***. I'm gonna do this regardless whether people hate it or not.
Two with the F87. Table for two, my carbone in my section. One separate head with my radar detection.
How wanted would you say you are by NYPD?
I'm like the most wanted right. I've had an incident actually not too long ago where I was walking inside of a gas station and two cops was like right there eyeing me and they started like following me around.
You were wearing the shiesty?
Yes, I was wearing the shiesty and I was wearing white Crocs. They started chasing me and I noticed it. I straight booked it into my car. They like moved down there right behind me. I think they noticed me, like they recognized who I was.
The argument on their side, I think they would say like, look, this is a guy a lot of young men follow and look up to. If we let him run the streets, then there's gonna be 50 more, 100 more, many more people that take your place and try to do the same thing. What do you think about your impact and influence on this world?
I do have a heavy impact. I do influence a lot of people and stuff, but I always tell people not to do what I do because not everybody got the will. You know, I've seen a lot of crashes that, you know, people get into and stuff, and it's really not, you know, it's not cool. Just because it looks easy and shit, it doesn't mean it's easy, you know, anything can happen.
I'm gonna get in the car with you, but you promise to be careful with me?
I got you.
You got me?
You trust me?
Yeah, I trust you. All right, we're gonna hop in. We're gonna make a mission to the airport, and We'll see you guys on the road.
Before we show you one of the craziest parts of the video, first, a quick message from our sponsor.
Folks, it's crazy that there are people out there driving like this, but you know what also is crazy? That there are data brokers out there that have your home address, social security, phone number, and email, and they are selling to companies that then market to you and bombard you with ads. That's where the sponsor of today's video comes in, Incogni. Thanks to sponsors like this, we're able to continue the mission and travel around the country diving into stories. From protecting your home address to reducing spam texts and emails, Incogni removes your personal information from the web. They contact data brokers directly to request removal, they monitor for breaches, and they keep scrubbing your data over time. They also have a custom removal feature where if you see your information on a site, you give them the link, and then they have their experts go in there and remove your information from that site. So take back your personal data with Incogni. You create an account, you give Incogni approval to get to work, and you watch your digital footprint start to disappear. Incogni is giving viewers of this video a special discount. If you use code TommyG, you get 60% off their annual plan. Protect yourself on the internet, take action, use Incogni. Link is in the description. Click, in only a couple minutes, you get your journey started. And now, folks, back to the drivers. How often are you switching cars?
Every day. I can't drive the same car for more than a day because it gets too hot.
You have good insurance?
I am the insurance.
So no State Farm or Progressive?
Nothing. If anything happens, if I make a mistake, I gotta come out of pocket.
Damn. So if you hit somebody on the road, would you stop?
I think I would.
But there'd be some mental thinking going on to figure out how you'd make your next move?
Yeah.
Tell me about the feeling you get when you do this.
It's a good feeling. It's so, it's addictive. Better than drugs in my opinion.
Do you do any drugs?
I don't do drugs.
Do you drink?
Never.
Do you have any other vices besides crazy driving?
Not really. This is my high.
So do you feel like this is what you were put on earth to do, was to drive?
Yes. Ever since I started driving, I remember like the second every day I started driving, I was already doing this crazy. Like not as crazy, but like I was already nice at it, like I was a natural.
Looks like we need engine oil.
Don't worry about that.
And tire pressure. Have you been riding this thing like a horse, huh?
Hey man, if I don't ride it like this, the next man will.
How much do you think this car costs?
This one specifically is about like 100 and some change.
So when you're going to your rental guys, how much are they charging you for a day for a car like this?
I don't pay.
What's in it for them?
They're my boys.
If I worked my ass off to acquire a $100,000 vehicle and I knew you drove like a maniac, why would I just give it to you because you're my boy?
So my friends, me and my friends have been doing this for almost ever, and I have my own cars. I just don't do it in my own cars because it's hot, when I'm making videos and stuff. But I got my boys who really don't care about none of that shit, How you feeling?
I feel like the beginning, right before you make the bungee jump, like I feel the build up, like you've walked to the top, you've put the belt on, and now you know you have to jump off, but you kind of don't want to. That's a little bit how I feel right now.
How about this? I bug out for 1 minute only, and we see if you can survive that 1 minute.
Let's do 1 minute. I'm gonna put the timer on, okay? And?
Ready?
Holy mother. Yeah, we're on. There's nothing too fast, okay? Speed.
You're good. We're only going on.
Oh my God. Hey, lordy, come on. Easy, Tiger, not too fast, not too fast. I can do the cutting, but the speed is what scares me. Oh Lord, that was a close call. Okay. Please, God almighty. Heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. Okay, you got 10 seconds left. No, don't go faster though. Please, dude. Holy shit, are you serious? Okay, good, time. Good, cut. I'm sweating, dude. Oh Lord, that was exciting. Because I didn't even let Squeeze Benz go that far. Like there were so many times where I thought that was gonna be it. What's the fastest you ever gone in a car?
I hit 195 before. I've never, my dream is to always do 200, but I haven't had the right car to do it in.
Do you ever feel guilty doing this? Like, hey, I'm doing something that puts other people at great risk.
If I've ever like scraped someone's car, you know, tapped his mirror, or like even crashed him, I feel like I would feel guilty, but I've never felt guilty doing it.
Talk about the difficulty of getting away from police in these circumstances.
It's really not difficult. Cops literally don't know what the f they're doing. They're not drivers, they don't do this. And they drive so far, you know, stand no chance against the DA.
Oh, you just changed the sport. Sport plus, don't. License. Let's just relax. License? I don't want to go super fast. How often would you say you go on a high-speed chase?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Is that an exaggeration at all?
No.
Have you had close calls?
I've had close calls, yes.
Have you been chased by a helicopter?
One time.
How is it getting away from that?
It was not as bad because the helicopter came after I got away, but it was 3 helicopters, as a matter of fact, and it was recent.
Can you explain the process?
You try to get away from them as fast as possible, and when you do that, you try to maintain a high speed, not too fast, but a speed that they're not going to maintain for more than 2 minutes, and that's literally it. And then you take an exit, get out of there, go to bed, go to sleep. You're good, Tommy. This is what we do every day.
I know, but
you're good. Trust me. I promise you, your life is in good hands. You're going with me. That's what we're done. I'll slow down for you. Don't worry. Can we?
Holy shit.
You were just asking about cops and how easy it is to
Was that a real cop?
Yes.
What the fuck was that?
Well, you did.
That was? Yeah. So we just got into a police chase and got away.
Basically.
Okay, easy, please. Please. Hey, we're good on this. License. Come on, please. Hey, can you listen to me? Hey, I get it, but I got the idea. I got a kid at home. I want to be a responsible dad. When you have a kid, maybe you'll feel a little different.
I get it. I get where
You're good at this. I trust that you're good at it. Do you see how I don't even sweat this much when we interviewed the Sinaloa fucking cartel a couple of weeks ago. Holy shit. What would you say to someone that's like, man, that's a really selfish way to drive?
No comment. I'll keep it pushing. You know, I love doing what I do, and no one can tell me anything that will change that. There's levels to this. There's really levels to this, and the level that I'm at, and like a few people are at, has not been discovered. You know, you gotta be careful. You gotta care about everybody else on the road. That's something I really care about. I don't care about the car I'm driving. I don't care about me. You know, like it's other people that have nothing to do with this world.
So, if people were to describe you as a menace, would you agree with that assessment?
I'll say 50-50.
What makes it worth it for you?
I would do this often on camera. It don't matter to me. I do it every day regardless. It's fun for me. These people, by the way, these people are like looking for us right now. The same cops that chased us. That's why he just went to the left. He's searching for the car because we just ran from him. But we'll keep a distance. We'll be fine. I'll play it safe for you. But I cannot stop. I cannot stop. Like if you lights us up, I'm gonna have to go. That's something I can't promise.
This bitch got an angle, I got roused like the Bengals. If I find out she's cheating, then my bitch getting strangled. 707, this a Hellcat Durango.
MBox is a character, isn't he?
He's super funny. I love him.
Look at him.
Yes, sir.
You're the biggest motherfucker ever. I want to crash out, but I'm not going to crash out. You saw the fucking police? He was like, I think he was off duty, but he turned his lights on you guys. You're definitely good though. It's not hot for sure. And then I was just right next to him.
What's up, man? Good to see you. How are you?
Yo. Hey, yo. Glove boy. Michael Jackson.
Oh shit, hey, easy.
They don't even chase no more.
Thursday.
That's the cops.
It's the cops. We're not worried about them.
Do you clench up at all when he's driving?
Nah, not no more. I never did. He'll tell you out of everybody, I love this shit the most. Look at him. Ooh, they're on his ass heavy.
I'm not gonna lie. Light him up right now. Just because I got lit up in the same car earlier.
Yeah, he's definitely on him though. He's like right on his ass.
This is a bad spot to be with traffic too.
Yeah, but you'll be good.
You'll be fine. The only problem about that car is that all 4 wheels are flat. He barely got any air in his tires.
Have you been on a chase yet?
A little one. License?
You're good.
That's good. Do you get any sort of nerves in you when you see the police in close proximity like that?
I get excited.
Facts. I'm surprised you're in here, Tommy.
I am too.
I would have thought you wouldn't have fucked with it, or you would have been the next MBox. Like, hey, slow down, we got enough.
There's a cop right there, dude. There's a cop right there.
Hey, that trooper's pulling up.
Yo, bro, you can't run him.
Nigga, he's right there, look.
Yo, bro, you are not, I have my real plates on. Just relax. Look at your body language. We don't want to look like we're up to something.
Yeah, that trooper's on our ass, though.
Ooh, lordy. Just for context for the people back home, there's a state trooper, 9 o'clock.
I just landed. I've only been in New York on the soil for about 10 minutes. Already almost 2 potential chases.
Let's
we
go
need to get these plates covered up.
Let's go. How do strikers come into play in this business?
Oh God. So strikers, I mean, right now we have a jailbreak, Hellcat, and we have a track car. We're in a kind of a networking business where, for example, if someone does take our car and they're clean, but they end up trying to strike it, we have people that are in the group chats that send us pictures. Hey, this is your car. They're trying to strike it. Once everything adds up, we kill the car or we try to get there as soon as possible and we just try to stop it.
But you have their information on file.
Yes, but some people don't care about the information being leaked, but they will still try to strike the car. They'll just report it that, hey, someone came to me, they robbed me of my car.
Has anyone tried robbing you before?
100%.
What do you do?
We had a G-Wagon that was stolen. That was stolen by another rental company, actually. They tried to swap parts out. We kind of got an alert from the tracker saying that, hey, the device is disconnected, so we got there as fast as we can. And we tried to just get the car back.
So you're not scared at all when a guy like License or a Squeeze Benz hits you up for an
100%. I'm up all night. I wake up at probably 9 a.m. and I probably go to sleep at 5 a.m. Probably sleep 4 or 5 hours a day. We get alerts on our phone every single second. But it's just part of the business, you know. It's a high risk and high reward business.
I'm trying to understand the New York car scene. Tell me how much these scenes overlap. The strikers, the takeovers, the fast drivers, are they all kind of blended together?
In a way, yes. We all do the same thing, you know. Me personally, I'm not in the striker world. I don't drive stolen cars, any of that, but I know a lot of people that do.
Who are you guys and what do you do?
My name is AJ and I strike cars for a living. My name is Ace and I do the same thing he do.
Okay, we just pulled up on a random parking lot on you. How did this happen?
We basically just got chased by undercovers right now.
Just now?
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago. That's what they go for. They usually hit right here and windows, so they know the vibe. So when
with the car they hit you?
No, not with the car, with the stick, That stick shot up the window with the sticks.
Are we in a situation right now where if cops came, you would run?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. I've seen this around the country a little bit. One thing that kind of concerns me, I'm curious about, is why are so many young guys getting into this game, do you think?
Because it's easy and it's fun.
What makes it fun? Like, what attracts you to this?
The adrenaline and fast cars.
The average car thief right now, how old do you think they are?
Average like 17, 18.
Have you already taken the tracker out of this thing?
Yeah, everything. Let me show you how we do it. So basically, you just pop a window on the back. Once you get in here, you basically take out the screen right here and you take out all the wires that's behind it. And then you take out any wires that's connected to the mirror and the antenna.
Is this just for your personal use now? Or are you going to sell it? What's?
It's Vince one, so I'm just keeping it.
Does the average cop, are they able to look at this and know it's stolen?
I mean, right now, hell yeah.
How so?
Just because the windows. The windows.
Do you apply often to jobs?
I try, but it's just boring.
But I mean, what about going on hikes for?
Hell yeah, we take this and go take a hike.
How long have you been in this game for?
Almost a year now. Yeah, about a year.
How good are the cops at chasing?
They trash.
How easily would you get away, would you say?
Mad easy. because they're not gonna chase you. I mean, to be honest, if you have to hit them, you'll hit them.
What brought you to the point where like, I'm willing to hit a cop, I'm willing to do this?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
And are people like me to blame?
No, not you. Like, they show you on YouTube how to take them. Yeah.
On the scale of good and evil, where do you guys place yourselves?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna place myself as good, bro. Because I can really be doing some dumb shit. Like, worse than just driving these cars. We live in a up world, so.
What do they do at Citi Field? What are we about to go see?
Basically, Citi Field is a place where if you wanted to get a car fixed same day, you bring it there, you know. And if you want to sell a striker, you bring it there. Everything is there, bro. It's like the center of parts and like fixing cars and just everything in between, you know.
So there's a little bit of an underground black market economy that happens in this spot. So Mr. MBox, tell us where we are right now.
We are in the heart of Striker City, New York. Out here are all the chop shops where all the crash outs, the Kia boys,
so someone probably just crashed their car here.
This was this is a crash, a simple plaster job type shit. You can see honestly because of the paint, yeah, this was a bad accident, but this is also a beater. So
it's probably just someone.
I mean, yeah, it's registered and it has the inspection, so this is probably a legit car that was just involved in a bad accident and they didn't want to go through insurance. So once again, you can get a whole job done for under $1,000. You can get, and once again, we're in New York. We're in the most expensive city in the world. So an average shop, let's say they charge $5,000. Out here, you go to the right Spanish guy, you're the right person, all of a sudden you're paying $600 for the same job with labor.
So if I have to get rid of something, do I come to a place like this to get it crushed or taken care of?
Like we had spoken to our man about, you can either strip the car clean, which depending on what type of striker it is, if it's a low-level striker, maybe you just set it on fire, maybe you bring it here for junk, maybe you try to sell it for $100, $200, which is a huge thing. After the car gets crashed, let's say before it was crashed, it was $8,000. Now that the car is crashed, if the airbags didn't go out, maybe it's $5,000. If the airbags went out, you can get that car for $1,000. And it could be a really high trim BMW or Benz. It could be an insanely nice car that you got for 99% off, even of striker price, just because it was involved in an accident.
That was crazy.
Just stop.
That was, I've never seen some shit like that.
Just stop. What?
You almost hit that track bar.
Where?
No, he didn't.
I'm the slider of the f***ing group, bro.
Okay. Let me show you something.
So what are we walking up to right now?
That's the 2008 G37 Sport Package. It don't get better than this. This is the best drift car you could get. $25.
You bought this car for $25?
$25.
How long ago did you guys pick up this car?
Like maybe 4 weeks now.
You just use it as your personal car now?
No, not really. Yeah, I just bring it to do dumb shit like this.
So if NYPD passes these plates, how do you evade detection?
No, nothing comes up to the plates. They're ghost plates.
You'd think with all the cameras in New York that the NYPD would have an easy time catching guys like this. Between the tolls, traffic lights, bridges, and more, there are thousands of license plate readers across NYC. But keep in mind this rule: no plate, no case. And to beat the cameras, these drivers have a few clever tactics up their sleeve. One of them is to use fake license plates, which some of them even sell on their own merch sites. Another tactic is to use stolen plates, and still yet another is to make their plates unreadable by doing things like taping over the letters and numbers. To me, it's always fascinating to watch this ongoing chess match between law enforcement and the criminals that are trying to stay one step ahead.
So, to you, what is the hardest part about this business?
Taking a car. Taking a car for sure, because you gotta hop through the window, it's a process and all of that. It takes too long.
What about the person that owned this car?
They got insurance. I went through the glove compartment. He has full coverage. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna get a new car.
I don't want to hype this up, but in a weird way, does he actually come out ahead, you think?
Yeah, for sure. He probably got like a G80 or some shit. His car's like $10,000. His insurance definitely cut him a check for like $30. You know?
Oh, helicopter again.
There's a lot of deja vu from last year, guys.
We got a dip in a second. You seen that, right? Yeah.
Folks, I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted.
All right, this has been a legendary interview. Stay safe. Thank you for keeping me safe when I was with you, and I enjoyed getting to know you. I'm going back to Milwaukee. Peace.
It was nice talking to you.
At this point, we've seen the stolen car game pretty up close. Like, look, that's how he's treating someone's car. It's just his personal fun car. The insurance argument, there might be some slight truth to it. Do I really think this guy took the care and consideration to check his glove box and check to make sure he had insurance, as if he would just leave it alone if he didn't? Doubt it. Insurance can take a while. Just the idea that it's just this harmless thing. And then when you look at the amount of money they're making peanuts nowadays. $800 in 4 weeks is, I could mow lawns and outdo these guys. I mean, go to a cage fight or get into public speaking. There's ways to exercise that muscle without being a menace to society. A common thing I hear from people that do stuff like that is, like the guy said he did it out of boredom. I've heard people say, well, there's nothing else to do out here. Do you have any creativity? Do you have any imagination? Go play at a basketball court. Join a jiu-jitsu gym. Do something. Imagine how bored you're gonna be in jail when Big Bubba is your roommate and all you have to think about is how you avoid you know what. So like, think ahead a little bit. Act now in a way that you would like your future to turn out. You imagine this amazing future, but you're acting shitty in your present. Good luck.
A local car dealership is hoping that you can help find more than a dozen cars stolen over 2 days. Surveillance video shows 3 masked men entering the service area and taking 5 vehicles. That was just the beginning.
Now once it tells me the pin, I'm good to go. Okay? There, now look. You got it.
It's almost like trying to guard LeBron James.
This would be a payday for me. I like this. This is money. Right here. Probably 2 people in the United States are better than me. Hellcats are not hard for me to take. I even carry a red key everywhere I go.
In one night, how many dealerships can you hit?
My personal record was like 15 cars in one day. Respectfully, after meeting their employees, I know they're not going to chase me. So I would take that literally right out the line, drive it out the line, and wave at them as I'm leaving.
In 2023, over 1 million cars were stolen in America. The business of car theft is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now, we've all heard of Kia and Hyundai boys who can smash a window and use a USB cord to steal your car quickly, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. On encrypted platforms like Discord and Signal, there are thousands of car thieves conspiring and orchestrating sophisticated heists. They can steal luxury vehicles from your own driveway while you sleep. They can steal cars from heavily guarded and fenced-in auto dealerships, and they know how to wipe VIN numbers clean so they can put your car in somebody else's name. Today, we connect with one of America's most notorious car thieves, and this is his resume. He's the record holder for RST thefts. He's stolen cars in nearly every US state. He's done dozens of high-speed chases from police cars and helicopters, and he's on the run right now from US Marshals. For reasons we'll reveal later, he's agreed to come to Milwaukee and show us an inside look at the business of car theft. Buckle up, folks. This episode is truly a wild ride. Given the nature of what Felix does for work, he wanted our first meeting to be in a private and secure location. So I sent him the coordinates for an abandoned building by my house and told him to meet me on the 2nd floor. We're meeting our contact in an abandoned building, and he's gonna take us deep into this world. Sir, yeah, last book yet? How you doing? Sure. You're not the guy we're supposed to be meeting, are you? Okay. Yeah. We're gonna see if it's legit, but the stuff he says he gets into is real deal heist, real deal theft, real deal moving cars, moving units, and hitting dealerships, which to me sounds like an insane job. But he said 2nd floor on the right. This is kind of an interesting meeting spot. Felix? Good morning. What's happening? Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro.
This is your normal type of meeting spot?
Mm-hmm. So nice and secluded. Make sure we can hang on, talk a little bit.
Okay, what is it that you get into?
Anything taking cars. Luxury can be basic cars, but of course I like the more expensive the better.
Are we talking dealerships, driveways, parked cars?
All of the above, but my preferred dealerships, of course, all day they're easier to get, but I can take a car from anywhere, anybody's yard, their good driveway, garage, wherever, it doesn't matter to me, to be honest.
Is that a stressful job?
Sometimes when you have a lot of close calls, but I think for the most part, no. I'm used to it now. I've been in there for a little bit. I know how to move and get away, so as long as I have, all the tools available to me to make it home, I'm pretty confident in what I do.
What is it you got there?
This is a little device, a little Chinese device that's used basically for everything taking cars. Of course, I got nicer devices than this, but this is basically just a basic one.
Can that take my car? I got a 2017 Chevy Cruze.
On the list, so we go try it. Let's go take it.
Okay, before we put my car to the test, let's talk a little bit more. I want to get to know you. It would seem to me that you gotta live in a world of secrecy.
100%. I mean, secrecy is everything, and if somebody knows who you are, basically they have everything about you, so keeping myself secure and not letting people know who I am is like priority in this, because this, is not just Kia boy stuff. This is taking millions of dollars in cars from certain places. Somebody's not to get upset.
How did you get into it?
Just by chance, I ran into a group of people online that were selling cars no titles, and I figured it out pretty quick that these aren't legal cars, and bought my first tablet like this, spent my money, and here I am. I can count on my hands the people that are probably maybe close to me or maybe a little bit better than me. Only probably 2 people in the United States are better than me. If you're scared, you gotta stay away from this, because fear is the #1 thing that's gonna get you caught. If you walk into a situation questioning the what ifs, they're gonna happen. If I'm going in to do something, I'm going in clear-headed with the intentions of doing it, and I'm with a plan, and I'm methodical about it.
What does your family think about this?
They think I'm crazy. They think I'm taking unnecessary risks, but at the same time, I think they see the benefit of it all, They worry when they don't hear from me for days at a time, but I usually tell them, when you don't hear from me, it's alright. That means I'm not in real trouble, I'm not in any situation. So, yeah, outside of that, they just want me to get in and get out, They never wanted this to be forever, so.
Have you had any close calls?
Too many to count. There's been a lot of situations where I've been surprised in cars by officers just walking down the lot. They got smart and stopped pulling up immediately, and they'll start walking through the lot trying to catch us. There's been a lot of situations where I barely made it out. I've had to take them on long hikes through the woods and stuff.
You take a car through the woods?
No, on foot. Usually, I'm on foot at that point. But if I can, I'll drive a truck through a field and push it as far as I can before it dies.
Do you know people that have died in this game?
100%. I've known a lot of people who've taken extreme risks. Think they're invincible behind the wheel of this car. When you go tumbling 150 miles an hour, cars crumble like a paperweight. So a lot of people have lost their lives, and I've had people who just disappeared on me when they were out doing missions, and either they're in jail or dead, and you'll never know.
If you got offered a normal job, decent salary, good salary, would you take it?
100%. I would get out of this right at this very moment. I'd go throw all my shit in the lake and never look back. And I don't want to die doing this. I love my family. I want to go back home to them.
So that didn't get your blood going at all?
No.
You're gonna take my car. Are you gonna damage it at all?
Not at all. This is one of the easiest. GM is so easy to take. It's non-intrusive. They won't even know that I tried to take it. So you go to GM, manual, USA, 17 to 19, smart key. Let's go give it a whirl. The light means you're ready to work. Basically what you're waiting for is the pin to be red, and once that pin's red, we can start it.
And that's it?
That's it. And you see your car even's letting you know, yo, your theft deterrent system's going off. But the car is so broken that we can just take it. So now we're in business. Now we can take this and ride around the city and we'll get some more cars. Let's go.
Someone can literally take my car, put it in their name, and just that's it?
Enough paperwork, enough, pushing papers, you can have anything really in this world cleaned up. And I'm so confident, for the most part, I'm not even using gloves when I'm doing this. What? I'm just driving around normal. Because I know nobody's going to even really look for this car once it's taken.
All right, guys, mission complete. We'll see you in the morning when we hit the dealership. A car dealer in Wisconsin was kind enough to let us come into his dealership and let Felix the car thief show us how he does his heists. The dealer's name is Dan Kunez of the Kunez Auto Group, and over the last couple years, car theft has negatively impacted his business. Felix conveyed that he was trying to get out of the car theft business, so we thought meeting with Dan could both be an audition for a potential security job of stopping other car thieves and a way for Felix to consult Dan on how to improve security at his lots. And Dan, being a Christian man who believes in giving people a chance, agreed to let Felix in, even though it was a risky idea. This is what happened when car thief met car dealer.
It's not hot. Crazy feeling, bro. I'm almost feeling like I gotta drive it a little bit more safer, like a grandma, you know? Oh, see, this is all money to me. You see all the right here? That's all money.
This is it.
Oh, I like his truck. See, if you want to keep your shit from getting stolen, buy a Ford. Those are the hardest ones to take nowadays.
He said he liked your truck. Does he?
Yeah, I love the Shelby Raptors. Great truck.
I was a TRX guy before.
Oh, I love TRX. That's my favorite truck. That's one of my favorite trucks right there.
Silverado?
C71 package.
That's it?
Yep. The RST package of these Chevys, they're
for the money, yeah.
4s are the average person can't do 24s. They're harder now. You have to have a separate tab. The GM came up with GM came up with a new thing, 24-digit pin. And these tablets I got with me right now can't generate the pin, but these aren't impossible. It's literally just buying a new piece of toolkit. I just haven't bought it.
And this is online.
Online. Amazon. Amazon's the biggest contributor to this, 110%. They're selling OEM keys, locksmithing tools, anything. You can buy key cutters on Amazon. Like, that's ridiculous. A lot of these guys, they're sophisticated. They got key cutters. They're coming into the lot, they're taking the VIN down, they're getting the key cut by the VIN, and they're coming opening the door like they own it.
To learn more about how stolen cars get washed with clean VIN numbers, we tap in with our New York correspondent, MBox. MBox is a rapper who has many songs covering the illicit car business, and you'll hear his music throughout this episode, and it's linked in the description. Here's what MBox found out about VIN numbers.
GLES stole the keys from your mom. Once you yank out the tracker, switch your plates, and you're gone. I got the drop on a crib that got an RS Avant. Ride around the city just waiting for a sign.
Okay, so let's say I have $5,000. I give you that money with the stolen car. What's gonna happen?
I'm gonna have my guys disassemble your windshield. They're gonna peel the stickers off the door. They're gonna re-engrave the VIN numbers wherever it needs to be re-engraved. Common points of the car where it needs to be re-engraved is like the engine bay, or sometimes in some of the Mopars under the passenger seat where the battery is.
Which are all the VINs that you cover?
So on the BMWs typically, we change the sticker behind the license plate. We change the 2 stickers that are on the door, the tire, and the VIN information. We re-engrave the engine bay VIN number.
Because it's not a sticker, it's actually engraved.
Yeah, it's engraved into the metal.
Also, I know we had said something about the actual VIN in the computer. What comes out, so when you do the swap, what does the new VIN look like?
So that's the add-on to the swap price. It's typically ranges from like $2,500 to $5,000 to reprogram the ECU.
Okay, and what is reprogramming the ECU entail?
So we delete the old VIN number, and we put the new one back on.
You delete the stolen VIN number?
Right. And so basically, I'm able to unlock it, just hop in and program a key and be gone in 30 seconds. And the most sophisticated dealers at Aston Martin dealership, they had the whole security and everything, and they didn't even know I was there.
We had a guy a few nights ago go to our Sycamore store, took a Camaro in 6 minutes, pulled up.
That's slow.
That seems slow, but
it's like slow. I'm gonna show you how these Camaros are started. You're gonna be absolutely sick. You're gonna be like, I don't even understand why this is possible.
Really?
Yeah. If it took him 6 minutes, he sucks at his job. 100%. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even 100 miles that way into Chicago, this dealership would be getting hit every day. Those cameras, absolutely no good. 9 times out of 10, those aren't even hardwired directly for video feed. That's gonna be wireless, and they're only using a power source. I turn on a Wi-Fi jammer, no good. That shit's done. Wow. You know those police boxes they're trying to get you guys to buy with the lights and everything? Trash. Don't even buy it because a jammer, no cellular service, it doesn't work.
Cuts it right off.
You know, cuts it right off. Everything in a 50-meter area right here wouldn't work. The OnStar, none of that.
Everything.
Yeah, that's another side of the thing is people are using credit profiles, buying cars from the dealers on the fake profiles, and then selling them. The new thing right now is cars being traded in. Yeah, they're only trading them in with only 2 keys, and there's 3 keys in the system. Gotta have your guys start pulling locksmithing devices.
They're getting clean titles.
Yep, the fake titles. And guess who's the #1 producer of that? China. people will ask me like, hey, I have a clean title for a 2024 Grand Cherokee, find me a 21 because it's the same body style, and they'll buy the sticker, swap it, and use the clean title to come and sell it back to the dealer. Carfax not safe either. I can have somebody generate a Carfax history behind a fake VIN, and you'll look at it and go, oh, it's all, they've been maintaining this car since the day that, and it's not even, it's so bad, I can have GM acknowledge a MCO, which is a manufacturer certificate of origin, and they didn't even produce it. How is that possible?
Because people are just stamping, not even thinking. They're just doing it.
And they're contributing to a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme that doesn't just end at stolen cars. It goes into every credit card. Human trafficking, theft, burglary. A lot of these 1500s, these are being used as rammers. These are just being used to take other more expensive cars or to take down store buildings, you know, to go into Prada, everybody. I've never been inside a dealership like this before, at least now being allowed to, you know. I've actually never even bought a car from a dealership. 100% a necessity thing where, you know, if I don't do this, you know, my daughter doesn't go to school or, you know, food doesn't get put on the table. And see, when I'm wearing, this is what I wear in real life. I don't wear Gucci, Louis Vuitton is not my thing. I'm a 4.0 student in real life. Yeah, college.
I don't think you could be dumb and do this job.
100%. I'm not going to need this because it's all GM, but if I need an Escalade or I want a Charger, if it's 2500 Dodge truck, I'll even take a Honda Civic if it's worth enough to me. This is a universal. It's in the shape of a Dodge key, but this is a universal key. How you can tell is it has no car figure in. So I either have a car or have an SUV. So I can take this and generate this with my tab and make this a 2023 Honda Civic key. I plug up into the Honda Civic and the car will think this is a OEM key and let me start it. I'll show up with 3 or 4 guys and take all these at the same time and drive them out. And it's worse that he has them right here. This is like, and there's no cameras, you're asking me to come.
So what would you recommend this guy does?
Camera, loudspeaker. Part of me changed when I seen the guy get really upset about his car, and I was like, you know, why should he care? He has insurance. But then, you know, after kind of reading what he said online, it kind of touched me. It's like, dang, some of this stuff is sentimental to these people. People work hard for this. You know, they don't want their stuff just getting taken. No way you're getting what this car's worth. This car, for example, is only worth $1,000 on the street. Maybe $500.
This car?
Yeah.
This is only worth $1,000.
$1,000, maybe $500 to be honest with you.
How?
It ain't worth nothing. It's a 15. It's one of those things that's so old that people aren't even gonna like really want it. Somebody took this, it would just end up as being used as a striker to take other cars.
And then does this lead to stuff like drive-bys or
drive-bys, robberies, burglaries? I mean, for all we know, people could be using these cars to kidnap people. We don't know. What car is this? A Tahoe? Or
It's a Tahoe, yeah.
So this takes more time than it's gonna take me to grab this car.
Let me put the keys over here.
Yeah, for the record, guys, for the record, keys are over here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get
You wait for the blue light. When it's blue, it means you're ready to work. So you see how it's blue? Now you just go to hot function, add a keys pin. This is the glitch. This is how everybody's taking GMs. And but see, this is the thing. This is not even the nice tablet. This is a cheap tablet that you can buy for. The alarm might go off. No alarm. See? When it's unlocked, there's no alarm. Right now, we should be going beep, 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 beep. And then once it reads the pin, you don't touch anything. Look, you see reading pin? Now, once it tells me the pin, I'm good to go.
That's why we're going
there. Now look. You drive. And look, but this is the even crazier part. I can now take this and start another car.
On the last. Oh, shit. I think that's all over this time. Okay, will you be my witness in court that I wasn't? Okay. Oh, there you go.
Just like that. There's no stopping them. It's almost like trying to guard LeBron James.
This would be a payday for me. Rightfully, it's not mine, so we're gonna leave it. But yeah, this is kind of just a normal day for me. This is what I guess our job consists of. A lot of people, when they take these, they forget that there's no key, because there's no key for this. So if they turn it off to get gas, oh shit, I forgot. Wow. Until you completely shut it off, like look. Now it's screwed, now you're not. now you're not restarting.
Gotcha.
But you gotta plug back up and do that again. Sometimes there's cars that I will never even program a key for, I'll just drive it with that.
Well, first, what's the MSRP of a car like this?
Retail, I would guess 25 grand-ish.
What do you think he's selling it for?
Almost say half, 15 grand, I guess maybe.
He said he's going for between $500 and $1,000. So they're not even using these to drive unless it's like a kid. Maybe a kid wants to use it for a drive-by or just wants to be cool in the hood and drive around and pick up their girlfriend from high school. But for the most part, these are actually being used to drive through the fences or take the damage for the more valuable cars.
For the better cars. It's almost hard to fathom.
And just like that, a car's off the lot. So now what happens? The car just goes off the lot. What happens now?
Sometimes we don't even know, and somebody will just realize, oh, wait, where'd that car go? Then we look at our security footage, call our security team, then call the police. Our recovery rate is not great at getting them back. Some of the Hellcats and stuff, yes, but there's some stuff we never see again.
Who takes the hit on this?
Hopefully, the insurance company. From a dealership standpoint, it's cost us more than $500,000. They steal a Hellcat. Insurance is $100 grand. If we recover it, then we only get 60% of the value from the insurance company, so call it 60 grand.
If you recover the stolen vehicle?
If we recover the stolen vehicle, yep. And if we don't, then hopefully insurance covers it, but our premiums have almost doubled since all this. We have attorneys working on it daily, not just to try to get the cars, but try to prevent it, work with the insurance companies on that. It's kind of a national thing that's happening to everybody. So you're fighting with the insurance companies. It's endless time and resources. When you look at it from a business point of view, our insurance rates have almost doubled. So for these bigger stores, that's a lot of money. Okay, car gets stolen, call in insurance, police reports, all that stuff. If it doesn't get recovered, you get the value of the car. If it does, you get 60% of the value. So if it's smashed, this, that.
And they're damaging the electrical system to tear out any trackers.
When you talk to car thieves, it's a common thought process that what they are doing is largely a victimless crime because, well, the insurance companies will pay for it anyways. To see if this is true, we spoke to Muhammad, a Milwaukee insurance agent, to see how car theft impacts the common man.
I would say that majority of Milwaukee consumers have seen a rate increase, and it is due into factor of, stolen vehicles, theft on personal property, mainly just overall the inflation of the vehicle. So again, it all ties into a part. I've known friends and family who've had their vehicles stolen. I've personally had my vehicle broken into multiple times in certain parts of the town. It's not something you really want to deal with on a day-to-day basis. It kind of ruins your day, ruins your week. But it's unfortunately the life that we live in. Of the aftermath, if their car gets stolen, and they can't make ends meet, they can't get to work, they can't take their kids to school. That's a lot of stress for a person to kind of deal with. If you're getting evicted, again, you have rent that's got to get paid. You have bills that need to get paid. Primarily, that vehicle was your means of getting from point A to point B. Theft and vandalism and cars being stolen, that affects the whole community as a whole.
And I'll tell you this, 110%, they are not fingerprinting these cars when they're recovering. They are not even attempting to figure out who took them. If they're not catching them in the moment, it's one of those things, let it go. A lot of officers just give up. They'll see me going past them 140 and they pull out and then just pull right over because they're like, what's the point? I'm going to lose my job if I even chase them. This car thing really took off during the pandemic. Everybody was bored and, Hellcats are not hard for me to take. I even carry a red key everywhere I go just so I can get all the HP of the car. But if I don't, I got regulars, like I just got them. And my biggest, no, I can get these, the thing is, I can get these from the company. But they're selling it to me without a license. To me, I don't understand how that's possible.
Even the stuff we have to provide to them.
Yeah.
Proof of ownership, copies of the title.
I've never been asked that. This tablet is literally registered to an address in North Korea, and the company lets me.
North Korea?
Yes.
Kim Jong-un in on this, or what?
I mean, you can make the address 123 suck my and taking it. Father's Day, I caught a guy, he was eating crabs, and I felt bad about it. That's why I stepped away from the key thing, because I'm like, we're crossing a line here now, because obviously in a lot of people's mentality, it's the dealership's not suffering. Screw the man, but to me, I understand the consequences of it all. And see, the other thing is, I didn't even bring the other device. There's a device that somebody gifted it to me. He sent it to me from free. It's a $3,000 device. I can take any Toyota or Lexus through the headlights. If you start noticing your vehicles are being damaged and they're ripping the headlights off or ripping the bumpers, they're trying to access the plug, the harness for the headlight. You can brute force it through that. We call it a CAN bus attack.
Some guy just gave it to you?
Yeah, he gifted it to me.
How much money do you stand to make in a year?
I mean, like I could make $10,000 a month, but risking in which it's not worth it whatsoever. If I could walk away from all this and be in a position to where I'm making like even just a regular average salary, that's beautiful to me. I go home to my daughter every night, hug her and kiss her, and never think about this again. Most people, they're buying them and then they're sitting on them, they're ordering the stickers, the titles, cleaning them up, and then either they're sending them to other countries or they're sending them back to Carvana. That's the big move right now. Carvana and CarMax.
But basically, you're putting your life at risk right now for between 80 and 120K a year?
A year, really.
Felix was not done stealing cars. He wanted to get some more action. So we headed to another dealership with more selection to see what he could do. Here's what he stole next.
Pull over, take the tracker out the whip. Range Rover Sport, I'm on the Jackie doing tricks. Keep swimming, got the paddles in the ship. I'ma keep rapping, but I dabble with the skits.
In one night, how many dealerships can you hit?
Oh, I could hit like 4 or 5. My personal record was like 15 cars in one night.
So that means you have to have a stash house relatively close.
Yeah, you have to, usually like 20-30 minutes is pretty good distance. If they have 2 entrances, it's no good. They wanna operate on a one-way in, one-way out type system. Because if not, you see all this is basically slim pickings. Like all that stuff, there's not anywhere near the building. Anybody can come in and just grab this and dip off it. They're not even gonna trigger. You see there's no motion sensors, there's no sensors right here or a gate that's stopping me or nothing. All this is too far for those cameras to even recognize. So anything in this back lot right here would be easily like that. I like this. This is money right here.
So how's the security on this dealership? Are those cameras up there?
No. That's all for lighting and like this is probably one of the worst dealerships I've seen in terms of security. Wow. The only thing that's saving them is that a lot of these are Fords. There's no security, there's no loudspeakers back here to deter anybody. I basically could get dropped off right in that parking lot, walk into here and hang out in this lot for hours on end and they wouldn't even know. And see, this is, to me, this is like a wet dream. Like to find this many Shelby trucks in just one spot is unheard of. Same thing. Like why is this sitting right here? That should not be sitting.
Can you take that?
Oh yeah, 100%. See, it's so far from the building, he's not even gonna know I busted his window and I'm in his Corvette taking it. He's not gonna know.
Sure. Has this spot ever been hit by car thieves?
Yeah, a couple of times. We had some test drives, pull right off and, you know, go get the windows tinted. And so it usually happens more if we are busy, you know, got 2-3 customers and then just send them on their way. You know, they take off from the dealer plate. Yeah, it happens. A Hellcat, you know, right next to our showroom. It was a 1,000 horsepower Hellcat, and 5 in the morning they came and broke the windows, tried to get in it, but yeah, they couldn't get it started, so they left it. So.
Yeah, because it takes too long to program the key. I'm the guy who's usually hitting your lots, taking your guys' stuff, to be honest with you.
So is it worth it?
Not at all. But it's a cycle, what can I say? I'm basically somebody addicted to fentanyl, except I got more comprehension of what I'm doing.
You know, it's good people trying to cope with things, or trying to provide, or trying to do different things. And I would venture to say that this is almost an addict mindset. It's some of it's adrenaline, some of it's they don't feel like there's any other way. It's easy to some people. A lot of it's addiction for whatever they're doing it for.
You know, I carry every key. Like if that would have been me taking that Hellcat would have been gone, and they would have never seen it. Those are rookies.
Okay.
Just to be honest with you. I can take anything in this lot if I want to, if I really want to. It's not a challenge. And I got track hawk keys.
You got everything.
I got everything you can think of. This ain't nothing. I got a bag at home with 35 keys. This is what I carry for fun. Just in case I come across a Hellcat. Or is that a Scout over there?
Yep.
Yeah, see? I would not be deterred by the daylight one bit. I would take that broad day.
You would take something from this dealership in broad daylight?
100%. Especially respectfully after meeting their employees, I know they're not going to chase me. They're not going to even try to stop me. So I would take that literally right out the line, drive it out the line, and wave at them as I'm leaving.
How is it not risky to do it broad day?
You gotta know the state you're in, the people who work there. Like if I came here and they were wearing cowboy hats and cowboy boots, I wouldn't fuck with them. Because I'm like, oh, they're gonna shoot me.
A good car thief will know the quality of the police force and the local chase laws just as well as they know the cars they are taking. For example, in Maryland, where the courts are more likely to go after an officer for a high-speed chase gone wrong and therefore less pursuits happen, or New York, a state that has a bail system that allows most criminals to get out of jail for just about any crime, are places that car thieves like to hit. But Georgia, where Georgia State Police are known for chasing car thieves to oftentimes brutal result in fatal conclusions with their pit maneuvers, or Indiana, where the police have a reputation for doggedly pursuing criminals, these are places that car thieves fear, respect, and think twice before executing a heist. With that being said, there is no question that a high-speed chase, while it may deter some car thieves, it is a great danger to civilians in the area.
Any car can get taken, but it's the amount of time that takes into getting it. Like these Ram trucks, I can take those, but they take like 4 or 5 minutes. But the GM trucks, I can start in 30 seconds.
This is pretty crazy. I watch you every fucking video.
I appreciate you. Did you think it was this easy?
I've seen like the Kia Boy tutorials, you know, the USB drive, but I definitely like to see what it's like in an American car.
What's going through your mind right now?
This is crazy. You don't see nothing like this, you know? It's kind of cool to see it actually happening in the process.
But here we go, 19, perfect. Denali, it's got a small screen. It's going to be quick to start because of the year. We are now in the yeah, this is perfect one. And look, now I'm going to show you guys the big boy pad. It doesn't make no difference, but it's the same thing. Basically a more upgraded version of the tab I already showed you. That's called IMMO. That's basically the immobilizer. That's what controls the whole key system and everything. And see, the thing is, you can go America. If I'm getting ready to hit this car, I hit GM, and then look for the model. You're gonna do manual selection, GMC, and then Sierra 1500 at the right year. It's 2017 to 2020. Smart key because it's push to start, and then boom. Basically now I'm ready to go. All I gotta do is plug up into the car and I'm good to go. Most times I'd already be ready. I wouldn't be clicking buttons here. I would have already been preset in the car and just pull up. And it's the same thing. You're just accessing the immobilizer of the car. You're adding a key, but what you're doing is this car works on a system to add a key. So when that pin is read, instead of continuing the process, we're going to immediately start the car, and that's the glitch. So this pin's going to read, the car's going to recognize we're doing something to it. It's going to look for internet. And so basically once it reads that pin, you're going to immediately start this car. And so when you're in the moment, this feels like an eternity. You're like, oh, why is this thing not hurrying up? Like, see, there we go. Boom. And that's it. And then I unplug. And I could do another one until basically the situation is too hot. And yeah.
Brought you water, I don't know that.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, thank you very much. It's really, that's kind of all it is, man. And I could do this as many times as I want, basically. Like, there's no limit to it. The system's never gonna lock up. I could drive this car with just this pad and not anything else. Like,
is it illegal to have that pad?
No. Most states don't even have laws about owning this without a locksmithing license.
The technology is farther ahead than the legal system is.
100%.
So right now there's a window of time.
For every scam, it's because this company, a lot of the companies that build these type of products, they've already implemented systems to how to keep people from getting this that aren't supposed to. This company specifically does not care. They will sell to a 5-year-old if they got the money. And this thing can hit 2023 trucks. And the update's coming out, so 2024 is literally 2 months away. I mean, you could do $1 million in cars a week off of a tab like this. I think this video is gonna force manufacturers to acknowledge they've got to do something. The manufacturer's got to be the one to step up like they had to do with the Kias and send out the update for free and fix this.
Why aren't the manufacturers stepping up?
If you want my honest opinion, I think because they're making money. Either way, the cars are getting sold. Dealers taking the loss. If it was them taking the loss, they wouldn't be as happy with this happening. The only time they care is when we go to the warehouses, like where they're manufacturing plants, and we're taking them out the plants, because then they're losing. But when it's dealers, the dealers gonna, hey, I need a replacement for these cars because they still want to sell them and make their money. So they're getting double the sales if you think about it. If this dealership was located in Michigan or Ohio, you would have people running into it broad day. The only reason it's not happening is because this is more of a rural area, but it's not going to take long.
Are you ready to give him some consulting information in his office?
Oh yeah, let's go inside. So I have some ideas for you to protect your dealerships.
All right, what do you got for me? Because I need it.
I think the number one thing is keeping the better inventory to the front. I think either way, customers coming into the lot are going to be gravitated towards the front of the building anyways.
When you say better inventory?
The nicer stuff, like anything that's SS, Z01s, Hellcats, Trackhawks. I'm sure you guys don't get Trackhawks as much anymore.
There are two here.
Oh, you got two here? Then I'm definitely surprised because those are a hot commodity in this community.
Hellcat Durangos too, right?
Yeah. Oh, the 392 Durangos too. Even then, they loved it. They loved it.
Say to the front, not at the front of
Right by the sidewalk, yeah, but right in front of the building, because anybody can walk up and not trigger those cameras on those sidewalks. I could do it. I could army crawl basically halfway to your lot and your camera wouldn't even see me. That and exploring OBD2 port locks. You can find them and get a specific key made so they're kind of all matching, so you don't have to keep 1,000,001 keys. Again, and see, the thing about this community is it's like a rumor mill, so as soon as they know, they're never going to touch any of your dealerships again, just out of fear.
So the first time we got hit at one of our stores, they took the 6 cars.
Yeah, they came prepared if they came for 6.
Yeah. They had the Trackhawk and a Durango both filled with people.
Yeah.
Grabbed all of our stuff.
That's the MO.
Yeah, and then we had guys overnight, security guards that were spent a bunch of money that we had wait there, And about when we stopped, because that's why we thought maybe there was an inside guy. And about when we stopped, really, like we got over it. It's over. Okay, fine. 2 inches by, bam, they hit us again. Wi-Fi blockers, security blockers.
Yes. The only thing is, it's hard because your guys are at a disadvantage. They're considered federally illegal, so you as a dealer couldn't buy one and turn it on because if your neighbor tries to call 911, they can't call 911. But see, as a criminal, I can just buy it and turn it on and all your security cameras are toast. So that's the other thing. I mean, you can get in more sophisticated, like hardwiring cameras for video feed, but straight hardwire. No more wireless, no more internet, none of that, because the internet is susceptible to power outages. So if all your security features are Bluetooth and wireless, the minute that jammer comes on, none of it's working. I think my biggest fear is secondary trackers all day. Especially ones you worry about. That's what scares me to death. Secondary trackers that are wired to the car. Not anything like Apple tags. Apple tags are useless. Tile, useless. Any of that junk, useless. Get brick house security boxes that are magnetic that stick to the underside of the car, or low jack that's hardwired into the vehicle. And make sure when they install it, they put it somewhere that's not immediately underneath the steering wheel, because that's the first place anybody's going to check. Yeah, but if you put it somewhere wired into the trunk or into the engine bay, they're not thinking in the moment, and that, I think, will give law enforcement enough time, because most law enforcement want to stop this.
Yeah, for sure.
But what can they do when they just find a car abandoned in the middle of nowhere and there's no information about these low jacks? Will give them the history of how these cars are traveling, where they're going, and ultimately, I think it's going to show that most of these cars are ending up at other dealerships to steal other cars.
So just basically all the stuff that we're trying to do, just be smarter about it.
Yeah, really, because and you got to also remember, they're watching you. They're always going to be watching. They only got to be right one time. You got to be right every time. That's the biggest disadvantage to this.
Everything. Interrogating salespeople, what they may know, and then looking through the customers who sent in leads on those cars, who came and test drove those cars, fake IDs. It's never ending.
Daniel?
Richie D, you driving?
I am.
We got you on speakerphone with Tommy and Felix. He's been super helpful thus far. I explained who you guys were, or who you were for us. We've gone over all the questions that you've had. We've gone over, he's showed how they steal a bunch of different kind of cars. We've got a lot of good stuff, and he's been more than helpful. So I just don't know if there's anything else that you may want to ask him, or
how are because it's a cat and mouse game is what it really is. It's every time we figure out what they're doing or what anybody's doing to steal it, we try to change things up. How are they getting the inside information of what we're doing?
Manufacturer, they're the #1 guilty of this. They're literally, basically their owner manuals are how-to guide how to remove OnStar. Every year an owner manual will come out. If I'm second guessing myself about GPS technology, I'm looking at the owner's manual, or I'm researching online about the car.
I've noticed recently, instead of going to like the Hellcats, the Chargers, Challengers, Durangos, all that stuff, I've seen a lot of Camaros.
It's because I can take a Camaro without having to use a bypass. Are you familiar with how Mopars are taken? We have to tear out the glove compartment and then pull the carpet, and it gives us access to something called the Star Brute Force bypass. And so on Mopar, you need to use a bypass. Most kids don't know how to do it. A Camaro or Corvette, it can just be plugged into the OBD2 and started like that. Like if you were here, I could show you basically how easy GM is to, we call it glitching.
What are they doing with most of these vehicles? Are they re-vinning them?
Yeah, it's usually re-vans, and we call them fake t-shirts. They're called fake t-shirts. or you call them t-shirts. If somebody's saying, oh, I got the stickers in a t-shirt done, it means they did the stickers in the title for the car. What they're doing is they're selling them on Facebook Marketplace to unsuspecting people who are buying them, thinking the titles are good. They're going to register them, and then it's coming back janky, you know, either a week later, a month later, who knows. But somebody's getting screwed in the process, you know?
Thanks for coming out, talking to Danny and everything. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have your eyes on this one?
Yeah, this is the one. Beautiful and sitting unlocked. That's a big no-no when you're talking about a community of car thieves.
What percentage of dealership cars you encounter would you say are just unlocked like this?
Too many. Like at least 70%.
Because
some dealers do it that way.
Yeah, they leave it like that on purpose.
So their windows don't get broken?
No, and then like I said, that's just
easier to show the car.
Yeah.
Just so they don't have salesmen losing keys, wasting time.
Yeah, because you got to think if the salesman loses the key, they got to get it replaced. Yeah, they're 200. You guys don't keep a locksmith on the call, do you? So you got to call somebody. So if you put an OBD blocker on that, they're not taking this car. You see that little port right there? That's what I'm plugging into to take this car.
How much does that cost?
OBD blocker? Yeah, it could be like $20. If you buy a really nice one, maybe $30. But you see how easy it is to plug up? If they block those, it's over.
And you don't see this changing going forward?
Especially learning what I learned today, I really don't. Unless the manufacturers get involved, unless they have specific ways, or again, even like he was talking about how easy it is to buy the tablets, how easy it is to buy the keys. Unless that stuff tightens up, other than putting $1 million+ fences, things like that, I don't see it changing, no, unfortunately.
A story update on Felix. He called me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, mission went wrong. A house I was staying at got kicked in by the US Marshals. They took my friend, and this was, let's say, a Friday, and he thinks, hey, by Monday, I'm gonna be on the list too. I gotta get out of the country. And initially how we were trying to end this story is actually get him hired by Dan and Kuna's Auto Group and maybe put him in a security role. And he was very excited about that. But I don't even know if he's in the country anymore. He hasn't really been answering my call. You know, last conversation he had, he said, post a video, protect my identity. I know you'll do a good job. We're gonna call Dan and deliver the bad news that, you know, there isn't necessarily gonna be a happy ending to the story that we know of. What's happening, man? How you doing?
Oh, good. I'm not bad.
Okay, so one is the story isn't gonna have as good of an ending as we thought. I know that initially we were brainstorming, you know, how could we get Felix a new start, a new beginning? Yep. And I thought, one, I was very impressed that you'd even consider that, given his background and given your business.
Okay, yep.
So I was very impressed with you by that. But he told me about a couple of weeks ago that a mission went wrong and that his friend got grabbed by US Marshals, and likely he would be as well. And so I don't know if he's in the country. Yeah, I don't know if he's on the run, I think. So I don't know if he's still in the country or where he is, but he told me to tell you, like, he appreciates the opportunity and that he doesn't think it's gonna be working out like that, like we may have hoped.
Well, if something changes, because I did talk to some people about it, you know, like logistically, what would we do? How would we do it? Why would we do it? And you know, we kind of came up with a way he could have been useful, and we love to help those people if we can, if they want to change, you know.
You know what? And I don't know about you, but I got the genuine impression from him that he was just looking for a way out.
Mm-hmm.
And
for sure, and that's why I even pushed the issue, because at first everybody in my organization is like, well, why would we do that? Like,
yeah.
Would you think he's just gonna do this again, or if he's not making the money he wants, is he just gonna do it again? I'm like, I don't believe so. I don't think it's about money for him. It was in the start. It's not now. I mean, sure, you're gonna make the money where you can, but if he's got a fresh start, a fresh life, and he's making relatively decent money that he could provide for his family, I think that's what he's really trying to do.
Exactly.
Just tell him I'm praying for him. Tell him I'm here. You know, tell him everything happens for a reason, and I believe that.
We'll be in touch, man, and have yourself a great rest of your day, okay?
Me and Tommy, thanks. We'll talk in the morning.
Take care, bye-bye. So, folks, that's it. I genuinely hope Felix can have an opportunity to have a good, safe life. So, appreciate Dan for letting us into his dealerships. That was very brave of him. Most dealership owners said no when I asked. And I appreciate Felix for coming out here to show us that, because That was a great risk to himself.
32 Adam has the handle 32, the assist 417, Hospital 211, Hawthorne Boulevard and Lennox Boulevard in Lennox. Last lane northbound, Hawthorne and out of view. Oh, shit.
Welcome to Bakersfield, motherfuckers.
But whoever owned this car, what about them?
I hope they have insurance.
Today we venture into the car theft capital of America, which depending on which list you look at, California cities Bakersfield and Los Angeles reign supreme. But make no mistake, this is a nationwide issue and cities like Denver, Portland, and Albuquerque are also good at making your car disappear. We head to California and we interview the guys involved in this shadowy underworld. We talk to men in charge of cleaning VIN numbers, thieves who use police scanners to complete their mission, and crews who in the dead of night take cars into the hills to dismantle the car and sell it for scrap money. Sometimes it feels like the world has become one big GTA server where the rules don't apply and your car is someone else's payday. Folks, over 1 million cars were stolen in 2023, so we are talking about a massive and lucrative underground economy. Today we dive into the mindset of the car thief and explore how they do it, what drives them, and the impact their actions have on the rest of us. Furthermore, we get the perspective of a Bakersfield police detective who has spent his career fighting this, and we also speak to people who have had their car stolen. Buckle up, folks, let's get this thing started.
New merch is on the site, trucker hats, t-shirts, pants, hoodies. It's fresh, it's for you. If you want it, TommyGMiggy.com. I appreciate you. And now, to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, we just touched down in Bakersfield, California, because right now we are investigating the car theft capital of America. When you Google car theft capital of America, 2 places usually come up: Bakersfield, California, Los Angeles, California. And we believe that they're intertwined and we got some investigative work to do here. We're about to go meet up with some Nightcrawlers that listen to the police scanners, look for the action, and dive into the stolen car world from an angle we haven't seen before. So folks, join us as we go boots on the ground and show you how Bakersfield, Los Angeles, the stolen cars, stolen guns, the takeovers, and all of that are interconnected.
In Bakersfield, California, criminal activity has gotten so prevalent that it has produced a Nightcrawler type of streamer, many of them in fact, and they listen to the police scanner and cruise through the night to chase sirens and videotape the action. We pull up now and meet a few of those guys.
Oh, let's see if we get something good today. Hey, you there?
In here.
Keep me posted on anything. All right, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. All right, peeps, we're en route to a expanded traffic collision. We don't know the extent of injuries yet. We're about 3 minutes out. Might be minor.
Yeah. I've never heard of a car thief stealing a minivan, so I think we should be fine, but you never know. Let's meet up with these fellas. People have their own little operation here, listening to the police scanner because so much crazy shit goes down here, or what?
Dude, you have no idea. God, I mean, it's crazy. 24 hours a day.
How long have you guys been doing this for?
I started, I think, in 2020 on my own channel, and then since converted over with him. So
I've been doing it for 5 years.
In the 5 years, have you noticed car theft being a theme in the city?
It's been crazy. You heard of the Kia Boys?
Yeah, I have.
There's local Kia boys here. We've got videos. We work cases on them all the time.
This is Scott Wood. He's a seasoned Kern County detective who has spent much of his career on the Auto Theft Task Force. He's busted many car thieves in his day, and he knows firsthand the consequences a stolen car has on a person. Here was his take on what's happening.
And the problem is, a lot of them are juveniles. So California has changed laws, so now we can't interview any juvenile without first speaking to an attorney. So it used to be we could advise them of their rights with or without their parents, and if they want to talk to us, they could talk to us. Well, now you have to contact an attorney, so you contact a public defender before you can interview the kids.
So for juveniles, it's kind of a jail-free card.
It really is.
Do you think these guys are stealing them for a profit or stealing them for fun?
I think for fun.
Probably for fun, maybe a profit, I don't know, can't really say.
What's the reputation of the Bakersfield police?
For a minute there, they were trigger happy. I don't know, I could say they're assholes, I guess.
Do you think they are good at stopping car theft?
No.
90% of the stolen cars are found by the owner or somebody's friend.
What?
How have you seen car theft impact the community over the last few years?
For some people financially, if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of money and you count on that vehicle to get you to and from work, and you parked it there last night, you go out to get in the car the next morning and it's not there, that person might use that car to drop their kids off to go to school, and then they go to their job. Depending on your income level, if you can't afford the best insurance, your vehicle might not be getting replaced. You may just have the minimum on there for damages. I can say that it's gotten a little bit better. This year right now we're trending to be number 3 in the nation per capita for auto theft. Last year we were number 3. A year prior to that we were number 2, and the 3 years prior to that we were number 1. So we're making progress on our part at least, but the trend is auto thefts have been going up. This year, or at least for this quarter so far, year to date, for the first 3 quarters, we're actually down about 9%. So that's a plus.
We're going out into some remote locations. It's a little bit sketchy. I got in contact with a car thief who was open to showing me his stash spots he had for stolen vehicles. The catch was this: we had to follow him for miles, and he eventually brought us to some rural foothills in the middle of the night, far away from anyone. I knew very little about this guy other than that he was armed and a professional at this. The further we went, the more I wondered if this was a good idea. What's going on, brother?
What's up, fellas?
Good to meet you, Loco.
Got you, man. You too.
How'd you get the name Loco?
Do crazy shit.
Tell me what we got right here.
It started out as a whole truck we brought out here. It's a 3-cab Silverado, and you see what's left.
I mean, it looks like people come up here and shoot it.
Yeah, it's been kind of right here for a minute.
There's I feel like there's 2 lanes of the car theft business. There's the Kia boys that kind of do it for the fun and for the thrill and don't make any money off it. And then there's the more serious professionals. Tell me about from start to finish, like the economics behind this thing, once you take it and bring it here.
It was drove out here, so you got a running complete truck. Doors come off, front end comes off, bender bolts come out, and we literally cut the frame right at the front of the truck. Take the whole motor, train, everything all out at one time.
How long does it take to bust it down to where you need it to be?
2-3 hours. A couple little flashlights, headlights. Other than that, the light of the moon.
And is this a one-man job, or what kind of crew does it?
Usually there's like 2 or 3 of us.
What can one of these bring in parts when you sell it all off?
$1,500 to $2,500, depending on kind of who wants what and what's needed and what's good, depending on the mileage. Usually some motors, these 5.3s and the 4L60 transmissions are a hot commodity, so those are anywhere from $500 to $1,500 for motor and training combo with wire harness.
And then you're selling this to chop shops, you're selling this to people.
Selling it to speed shop, guys that need motors for cars, for motor swaps, a lot of the, and then as far as like body part wise, you're looking at guys who need a clean bed for their truck, or they need doors for their truck that aren't beat up, or fenders, hood, whatever.
Curious, you seem to really know your way around cars. Why not just open up a mechanic shop?
Buying trucks from like a wrecking yard or something that they're just expensive.
So part of it's the adrenaline, part of it's the money?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is like our group of people who need shit, so.
What about the people, whoever own this car, what about them?
I hope they have insurance.
One, that's assumption on their part, because the law may say in California that you're supposed to have insurance, but not everybody does have insurance. You know, because like I say, some people are struggling, or maybe they're behind. What if that's that month where you had to choose between paying rent and paying your car insurance, so you let the insurance slide, thinking you'll catch up on it later, and that's the month when you happen to get hit, and now you don't have insurance.
Does it surprise you to see Bakersfield at the top of the list for some list for car theft?
There's other stuff that's pretty high for Bakersfield, but I didn't think our car stuff was that high. But there for a while, you got caught driving a stolen car, you were out of jail the next morning. You don't see me drive around a stolen car flexing. I don't do that.
Straight business.
Yeah.
Is this a dangerous job?
Yeah, because all it takes is the helicopter to fly over one time. With a spotlight, and you're out here with the trailer and the torch, and they see what you're doing. Yeah, cops are coming, and then you gotta get out here in these hills and run.
Have you ever had to run from a helicopter?
Helicopter, no. I've ran from the police department.
How many nights a week do you spend out at a place like this?
I've kind of slowed down a little bit with family and all that type of shit, but 3 or 4 trucks a month during the prime of it. Like I said, there's only 2 or 3 of us, and I don't like storing a lot of shit. So when you got a whole truck taken apart in your property, at your house or in your garage, driveway, whatever, and kind of people, neighbors and shit start questioning, and I don't like all that. So
What else do stolen cars lead to?
Stolen cars are used in a lot of other offenses. So if a person's going to go commit a robbery or do a drive-by shooting or something like that, if you use a stolen vehicle, then it's not traced back to you.
I have a theory that a notable portion of guns get to the hood back through stolen cars right now, especially for the really young guys.
We have that occasionally. It's not as high amount as you would think. Most of the guns that we come across here, when we find out where they came from, the guys, it's usually from like a residential burglary. If you go on vacation, somebody notices your newspapers piling up out front or your mail hasn't been picked up, so they know the house is vacant for a while. They break in, you've got a safe in there. They'll steal the whole safe. And if you've got 25 handguns in there, that's 25 guns hit in one deal. Of a car, typically, usually a guy may have one gun in the car.
How much are stolen cars connected to guns getting into the hood, you think? Because people steal cars with guns in them.
it happens a lot. Like I know somebody that their truck got stolen or broke into, and they had guns in the car. I ain't tripping. Yeah, I got 17 friends in my pocket, so we're good.
Guys, I must tell you that the Patreon cuts from this episode are absolutely crazy. And by becoming a Patreon subscriber, not only do you get access to my best and uncensored clips, but you also support independent journalism, which is pretty badass and I greatly appreciate. Link is in pinned comments. This is out of From an outside perspective, part of me really understands the thrill, but then when I look at the risk and the consequence of other people, like when you're stealing someone's actual car and they can't go to work or they can't get money from their job, like there are real things behind that.
Yeah, like I said, like knowing people who've had their car stolen. My brother had his truck stolen. Wake up in the morning, go out to work, and your shit's gone. I guess it's a statistic because you fell in that category of your shit getting stolen.
So do you feel like in this economy, you're pushed to a point where you have to consider things like this?
Sometimes, yeah, because when you're not working, work is slow. You gotta do something to make some money.
Like, I guess when you first got into this, do you feel like you got into it more for the thrill of it or for the economics of it?
It was a adrenaline rush, like jumping in the truck and bouncing out of somebody's driveway or in front of their house or parked on the street in their apartments or something. But then it's like, when you're all done, it's like, okay, cool, I got some money in my pocket. Like, that was simple enough, let's go do it again.
Did you feel bad at the beginning afterwards?
Kinda, because then if like you get on Facebook or something the next morning, you see like, oh look, somebody they got their truck stolen. Well look, this is the truck we had last night, and people's on there talking about, oh, you can't go to work, and I try to stay away from that because then that gets your head. I hope like all this craziness that has come on within the last, I guess since the start of COVID, everything just went to shit. I hope and wish that sometime or another things will kind of get back to what they were before that.
Well, I appreciate you taking us into the foothills and kind of showing us into this side of the business. Are there any other final thoughts you got?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, brother.
Adam has the Handle 32, the assist 417, possible 211 Hawthorne Boulevard and Lenox Boulevard in Lenox, lastly northbound Hawthorne and out of view.
Got that one, I got an SS.
CHP. Fine overland. Forwards in. Go back to the head. Shine only one bird. One. Not too hot.
Talk more about like the scene of the helicopters, like how many can come out, how sketchy is it?
One leaves about right after they get the call of like the stolen car, and then after this they get the one call, one bird leaves, and then if it goes on to chase, two birds leave, then right after the two birds leave, like if the person leaves the car somewhere, then a third bird leaves. It's like the news helicopter, and then the news helicopter is reporting it to like, oh, blah blah blah, all this is like in this area. Then the police helicopters are looking for the passenger because usually you're gonna pick up someone after you get the car and drive off, so someone has to look address to go, so the driver's not doing all the work. And then after the driver gets all done getting the trackers out, the tracker's right here, and then under the glove box there's one. You pull the fuse up front, and then it disables the OnStar. And then once the OnStar is disabled, the dealership company, the finance company, the OnStar company, everyone loses everything. So the data, the location of the car, the last location of the car, everything gets wiped. It's done. Then the car's free. You go about your day.
The number of car thefts is on the rise. In fact, it's actually quadrupled in some areas over the past 10 years.
I wanted to learn the process of how to VIN swap, what it looks like, what you have to think about, and because this is a key part of the journey of making the car go clean.
So the first steps of VIN swapping is, you gotta come over here. Inside the door, there's gonna be stickers. There's gonna be this sticker right here with this VIN. And then take this sticker off, boom. You usually don't have to do that sticker, but if you want to, it's pointless, all the other stickers. Then you come over here, there's another one right here. So if you don't do that one, you get caught, boom. So you gotta block off this, get a new one, or cover it up. There's another one right here. There's gonna be a sticker. On all the newer cars, all these stickers, boom. That number right there, these numbers right here, still going. This number right here, that's another VIN. Then on the back of the motor, back here, there's gonna be another one on the bottom, but you can't see it. After, you wipe it off, you get the new stickers, and then temporary plates and everything, what's on it, drive it, you get a new metal plate, and then it's your car.
We're here with Jacob. You've been a victim of car theft.
Yeah, they stole my truck, man. I just got back from live streaming one day. I was out feeding some dogs and I came home, went inside, sat down on my couch for about 20 minutes, and I heard my neighbor working on his car, and then I heard his car rev up. He has a really nice Mercedes AMG. I walked outside about 5 minutes later, realized I listened to them steal my truck. And they found my truck about an hour later being gutted over off the south side of town. They took the catalytic converters off it, ripped my entire radio out, and did about $6,000 worth of damage. The sheriff's department were told that the guys that were breaking in, or that were gutting my truck, ran into a house right there, right where my truck was parked at. And when I showed up to get my truck back, I asked them, hey, are you guys gonna go in that house and get those guys and arrest them and press charges? And basically they told me, what's the point? Good old Bakersfield for you.
So how has this impacted your life, your truck getting stolen?
It cost me about, I don't know, an extra $5,000. But even better than that, last year in the middle of August, I was moving out of my old house over here on the east side of Bakersfield because the theft has gone so high, so I wanted to move and go to a better spot. While I was in the middle of moving, my house actually got robbed and they stole about $30,000 worth of stuff. They stole my Harley, my camping trailer, and gutted my entire garage.
If you could speak directly to a car thief right now, what would you tell him?
You guys stole from my family and my kids. Stop it, knock it off. You guys are hurting, you're hurting children. My children go camping with me in my camping trailer in my truck, and I literally had to cancel a very big camping trip that was planned all year long because you guys stole my vehicle. I am no longer able to take my son on a mountain ride on my Harley Davidson because you guys stole my bike. You know, I'm no longer able to fix certain things. I have to pay a mechanic now because you guys stole, thousands of dollars worth of tools that I cannot replace.
How hard is the process of VIN swapping?
It takes about a month, literally. You guys just get the stickers if you know the right people, if you know the supplier of the stickers, blank stickers of the vehicle that you're gonna get, and everything in the right sticker, because people do fake stickers, and some of them look fake, and you get caught up.
You need to replace that for a month, you can put a hot car.
Correct, because the cops can still plug in their scanner, and they can get the old VIN from the ECU to it, and then boom. That's how other people get caught. You have to wipe out the whole VIN from the ECU.
If you had to guess, how many VIN swaps do you think you've done?
Over 20.
Okay. Right now the game is hot, right?
Correct.
What makes it hot? How are people getting caught?
All the young people getting into it and then stealing the cars, lighting them on fire. But there's no point of that when you got a whole car right there we need to sell for all your money.
A lot of people say California is soft on crime and that makes people just down to do things because they know that's going to be a slap on the
wrist. Do you feel that way? Yeah, because I go steal a car, it's going to be a slap on the wrist. I'm going to be done. Like, they're going to take me in, I'll pay the fine, boom, I'll be out the next day.
We've talked to a few gentlemen in the car business that they're like, well, if I'm driving around in a stolen car in California, I might get let out the next day, so there's not really a big deal to it.
Yeah, there were some law changes a couple years back that made things a little bit more difficult for us. It's a concern. There's been some laws that just passed this time that's kind of changing a little bit of that, but
California was long known as a state that was soft on crime. However, with bipartisan support, California just passed Prop 36, legislation that was designed to be tougher on theft, imposing heavier penalties on crimes ranging from car theft to smash and grabs. For example, look here as these two thieves learn that what they did is no longer a slap on the wrist.
That's a felony? New laws. Stealing is a felony.
It seems there is a shifting tide in California in which the hardworking people finally feel like they are being represented and protected rather than the criminal being enabled.
Our jails, it's got plenty of bed space out there. Problem is that they don't have enough deputies. You have to have so many, people over there to watch however many inmates. Well, if you can't hire enough people to supervise the inmates, then you can't fill those beds. So even though they'll have bed space over there, we can't hold people in.
So if you get caught with a stolen car, you're out the next day.
Yeah.
Do you find that crazy?
Yeah.
If the laws were harsher, do you think you'd be less likely to be doing this?
No, I'll still be doing it.
What got you into this?
My friends.
And why? Like, what's worth the risk for you?
I don't know. That's hard. That's a hard question.
Do you just enjoy the adrenaline rush?
Correct.
Would you say that when you're taking your car, it's sometimes the most alive you've ever feel?
Yeah. Like, you're all there because you got to be all there. Because one up and you're done.
There's probably a single mom whose car got stolen without insurance that she uses that to get to work.
Correct. I don't feel bad for them because they shouldn't have left it like sitting where it was or how it was. If the door was unlocked, boom, that's their loss.
Okay, because there are some people, like we just talked to a guy in Bakersfield a couple of days ago that his camper got stolen.
Yeah.
His family camping trip that he takes his children on, out the window, it's canceled. You really feel 0% bad?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's their fault. They should have not left their car right there.
So how does the average citizen of Bakersfield suffer when car theft?
You have the financial loss from her. I mean, that's going to impact them quite a bit. The other thing, though, is for some people, it can be very emotional and stressful situation. Some people may feel traumatized from it. It's being victimized, and especially if you thought that you lived in a secure, like, I live in a nice neighborhood, I never would have thought that, and then they realize that hits home.
How much money can someone stand to make on a deal, just one of these cars?
From Vince swapping it or before Vince swapping it?
I guess your cut of the action. Like.
In the night, probably 2K.
And just quick money?
Yeah, it's quick money, and you can do whatever with the money.
Some people call either LA or Bakersfield the stolen car capital of America.
Correct, it is.
Yeah?
Yes.
Does it surprise you?
Yeah, because they could be coming out here to like where all these like luxury cars are, but then they're going up to like the valley, they're risking it, driving all the way down an hour through the grapevine and all that stuff. They could get caught up right there through CHP, and that's their problem.
How much is the stolen car scene and the takeover scene overlap? Do they kind of go hand in hand?
Yeah, they both go together because if you're not from the takeover scene, you're not going to be stealing a car. That's what like fuels the fire, the takeover. So if it wasn't for all the takeover kids, all the people who steal cars, all this stuff, they wouldn't say nothing.
My contacts in the car game told me if you want to understand car theft culture, you have to look into the takeover scene. Takeovers are illegal street meetups where people gather sometimes by the thousands, shut down intersections, do donuts, and cut loose. On one end of the spectrum, you have well-to-do car enthusiasts who want to talk shop and hang out with their car meet friends, and these people advocate for legal pits to be made so they can drift their car in peace. On the other end, you have some of the takeover guys that promote absolute lawlessness where people shoot guns and homicides happen, and some takeovers even end in rampages where they loot convenience stores and use mob violence on the employees. To better understand the overlap between car theft and takeovers, I call my car thief friend Felix and he gives me his perspective. LA and the Bay Area have really strong takeover scenes. How much does the takeover world overlap with the car theft world?
From my experience, it goes hand in hand. At least when I go to the shows, I don't take legally owned cars to go destroy them. I'll take strikers over there and go do crazy stuff in them and break them, and it's not my car. I'm sure they all have the same mentality. Some of these kids, they don't even seem like they could afford some of these vehicles that they're crashing over there. It's like the whole criminal underworld comes together in one spot, and that's really what the takeovers are.
Because of how out of control takeovers have gotten, police in places like Tampa and New York have begun to fiercely crack down on these events. Let me know in the comments what you think about takeovers. I guess let me ask you this. What do you think it is culturally where it seems like more and more younger guys are just okay with stealing something?
What do you mean?
Like it seems like more and more people have a similar answer to you. Well, it's not my problem.
I don't care if it's
a single mom that now gets evicted. Like it's not.
You know.
How do we get to that point thinking like that?
Because I have feelings for that mom, but at the same time, it's like she shouldn't have, like what I was saying. She shouldn't have left her car right there. She shouldn't have left her purse right there. She shouldn't have left her keys. If someone leaves their keys, because that happens a lot. People leave their keys in the car. Boom. You don't got to.
But you're taking this sometimes from people's own driveway.
Right. Like you just walk over.
What else are they supposed to do?
Nothing. Parking in the garage.
So unless they just have a lot of garage space, they're toast.
Yeah.
Organized crime across state lines brings feds in, right?
Correct.
Do you have any suspicion that, like, how do you know that a guy Instagramming you is not a fed, or how do you know a guy at the takeover is not a fed?
Because you have to know the people that you take the cars with, and then you got to know the people who you're giving the car to. We usually give the cars to the cartel, so you just give them all. You just take them down to Mexico. People come down to Mexico, and they drop them off.
You sold a car to a cartel?
Yeah.
How scary is that?
Pretty scary. The one, when I did it was a truck, they just can't pick it up. But my other buddy, he's driven them down to Mexico and he just drops it off.
Tijuana.
Yes, correct.
How do you know you're dealing with a cartel guy?
Because they'll tell you, or like, it's pretty obvious, like they'll be like, blah, 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 I'm gonna have these people here, and then like once they say, there's these people here, you already know. The whole gang. Then if it's not a gang, it's a cartel.
When you deal with guys like that, are they actually pretty chill, or is it like terrifying?
It's terrifying.
Tell me more.
They usually have guns, they're all loaded, they'll be like looking at you, they'll like look like mad dogging you, so they looks like they're gonna rob you or something. But yes, they are chill. I'll have to go back to that. They are chill, but they're more chill in the say the fact of they just want the car and they just want to go. They just want to be done with it. So that's why they're just chill. But if you do want up, boom, they're gonna switch up like that, and then you could be dead.